All right.
Oh, what's up? We are live, and I'm tired. I'm drained, but that's all right. I've got beer, and that makes everything much better. So, episode 2, back for the Beer Flow show. Here with, hey, that rhymes, Average Joe, and a drunken one, and then Todd. I'm not going to say with a killer bod because I was trying to figure something to rhyme with that too, but we'll just.
You can if you want.
Are you cutting a wrestling promo? Because I'm down with that.
So it's all about what
you going to do.
So we're kind of kicking back, and I don't really have any general directional stuff, so I figured we just talk about what we talk about tonight. I'm actually going to be drinking Guinness Foreign Extra tonight. 7.5%. Nice.
Oohs and alls.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking over there?
What am I doing? Oh yeah.
I have the Hoplift IPA I picked up from Aldi a week ago.
Oh, I did a review on that a few weeks ago.
It's not too bad for $6.99 for a 4-pack.
That's what ours was, $6.99 for a 4-pack.
Yeah, I mean it's not the best IPA I've ever had in the world, but I've also had worse. So I mean it's for 4 16-ounce cans at 6.2 ABV, it's not too bad.
Yeah, our Aldi just started selling beer recently. Like in the last month.
Stepping up their game.
Yeah.
This one's out of Minnesota. Do you know who would have brewed it? I'm sure.
Is it Cold Spring, Minnesota?
It's
Third Street Brew House. It's Cold Spring. Yeah.
They do a lot of contract brewing. I forgot who owns them, but you'll see a lot of beers contracted out of there.
Yeah, I had a guy that commented on the video. He was like, "Hey, that's our brewery here." So he was happy to see him somewhere else outside of Minnesota. What are you drinking, Joe? Drunken one, either one.
Oh, Drunken one, go ahead first.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted there. I have the Samco. I don't know if I was drinking that last time we were doing this. This is out of Houston, Texas. It is St. Arnold's Brewing. It's like a Black Belgium or something. Don't quote me on that, guys. Fairly local beer. And then I'm going to get back into my ever-favorite dry stouts that I always like.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Joe?
I am drinking a beer to the Great White North. This is from Bellwoods Brewery out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Their Blackberry Jelly King. So it's a dry hop sour with, I believe, Citra, Simcoe, and Cascade, and then they add a shit ton of blackberries. As you can see, it's not an extract. Nice. It is definitely purplish. So,
wow,
pretty fucking good.
On that.
Yeah, it's Bellwoods, when they do their fruited beers, they add a lot, and it's not like one of those beers where it's like gold, and you're like, wait, there's blackberries in this? What are they using? An extract or an essence of a blackberry? No, there's blackberries.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's pretty
good. How is it?
It's very good. I've had the base Jelly King, which is just their base dry hop sour I really enjoy, but I love blackberries. One of my favorite fruits. So
more than coconut?
Nah, yeah, let's not. No, that's the thing. Like a lot of people in the States, just when you think of Canadian craft beer, you don't really think of a lot, right? If you just, thinking, me being on the border, I've had a chance to have a lot. And the one thing I noticed is the breweries that are really good, especially in Ontario, are the ones that are brewery only, because they only have the LCB up there in the beer store, two different places they can sell it. They can do it in grocery stores now, but you have to jump through hoops to get it in distribution, and you have to spend a decent amount of money. So most of the places just say brewery only, come and get it. And I'd say Bellwoods for me is probably my favorite Canadian craft brewery. That definitely is one of my probably top 5, and they make awesome stuff. I wish more people in the States had a chance to try it, because they thoroughly enjoy it.
Nice. Well, this is actually only my second time having this Foreign Extra.
It's good beer.
Second time, but the first time it was a case. But it's been like probably 2 to 3 years since I've had it. I still enjoy it. It's got a nice roastiness to it. That, to me, is my favorite Guinness thus far. Although I do have the West Indies in the fridge now to check out, and their other one And I got the Guinness draft in there, so I'll probably do reviews on all those other 3. But I did a review of this. That's like my second review I've ever done on YouTube was with the Foreign Extra Stout, I believe, way back when. So,
is that your 25th time having it then?
Yeah, 25th. Yeah.
Just clarification is all.
I don't think I gave any away the 24 that I'm aware of, but yeah.
It must have been a long night because you did say this is only your second time having it, so the first time was a lot of beers that night, huh?
Yeah.
That was a very solid session.
Yeah. I was like, I gotta have Irish in me. I love this shit. So
it's only 7.4%, no big deal.
I don't feel so bad drinking a stout in the middle of July. That's all good. I dig a stout any old time.
I can do a stout all year round, really. So
yeah, that's what my dry stout is. It's a Guinness clone, is the dry stout. I don't have my recipe thing in here. I can tell you kind of what goes in it, but it's outside.
It's my second favorite style behind the Belgian ales. So yeah, I can enjoy it like crazy. But
oh yeah, flavorful. You don't wonder, are you drinking? You know you consume something when you drink something like that. Just the thickness and the whole malty thing.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Hey Rod, does Taxman Brewery get out to your area and distribution?
I have not. I've heard of Taxman Brew, but I have not seen any up here yet. So.
Oh man, especially if your favorite's Belgium, you need to make a road trip. I'll go along with you.
All right. I got some more days. I can take off. I took off a couple days this week earlier, so Joe and Todd probably saw it because they were on my Facebook with me. So here at Cincinnati Burger Week.
Yeah, I saw.
I went to a couple places and grabbed some burgers Monday and Tuesday, and of course, this is coming off the Bacon Beer Fest from Sunday. So yeah,
I was about to ask how did that go.
Such a tough life you live, Rod.
Yeah.
They have to consume all these bacon-wrapped, deep-fried Oreos and massive burgers.
So I went to the Bacon Bourbon Beer Fest, and as you'd expect, things are going to be overpriced, right? So the beers were overpriced more than they need to be, and plus I can get them pretty easily. But it was more about getting the food. So yeah, I had the bacon-wrapped, deep-fried Oreos, and they were pretty damn good. They only gave you 3, but 3 is all you needed because that's
only 3. I mean,
hours. Right?
Isn't that a lot?
And he's still standing to talk about it.
They only gave you 3. They're like hockey puck size.
So, then I still had the bacon-wrapped pretzel, which was pretty awesome. A lot of people had that. They had a bacon filet mignon sandwich, and then I just had like a spicy bet, I think, when I was down there. But it was so hot, it was like get something and run to the tent where it was cooler, where you're in the shade. It was just this heat over this last week has been beating us down in Cincinnati. So
you didn't pick up any of that maple bacon taffy?
No, I didn't get any of that. It was I actually forgot about it because I stayed there for a little bit. It was kind of like a ragtag type thing put together. But it was kind of funny. I had a band playing for a little bit, but it was just the heat was beating me down so much. It was like I need to go back inside, as cousin Eddie said, in vacation where air conditioning like God meant it to be. So I had to
that seems like
down.
That seems like an event that's more for like the spring or fall where it's not as hot and you can still have barbecue and everything's fine,
Yeah. And then this weekend we're having a one of the pork festivals, so it's kind of like ribs and all that stuff they're making. So
your arteries just don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Do they not realize bacon is pork? I don't know what's happening.
Maybe I had a little deja vu, but did you do a video about the bacon Oreo things? Maybe I remember seeing it or not.
We were talking about the bacon thing, but I haven't done a video. I didn't do any video from it.
No. You posted on tap to tease us. You're like, oh, I'm checking in this shitty 3 out of 5 beer, but look at my bacon wrapped Oreos. They're amazing. I'm like, you can't tease us like that.
You didn't try the bacon fried bacon?
No, the bacon fried bacon.
But I did have a piece of I didn't get a whole one, but a couple of people I met down there, they wanted me to try it that I was talking to. But I got a piece of the we have this thing called Geta, which Todd probably knows about down there where he's at in Indiana, which is almost like Scrapple in the Northeast. It's like from the pig type thing.
Gotcha.
And it was a glazed donut bacon Geta sandwich or whatever. So I had like a small smidgen of the sandwich they had, but It tasted like a sausage McGriddle. So I don't know if that's good for McGriddles or not, but it went down better than I thought it was going to go down.
Were there ambulances and cardiologists on site for people?
I was looking for
they got the paddles ready.
I was looking for a standing by. I didn't see any, but I was looking for them.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to eat this last bacon-wrapped Oreo, and I need to go. I need to go to the hospital.
They have a blood donation tent, and it all looks like Crisco coming out of your veins.
You feel the arteries hardening right now. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I will
wash it down with the beer. It'll be good.
The guys that were ahead of me at the ATM, they're just lucky I'm a good to honest nature guy, because I went to go get cash behind them at the ATM. And I got up there and said, "Would you like another transaction?" They didn't close out their account. I mean, so I closed it out for them. They weren't paying attention, but in the area where this was at, some homeless guys could have been paid for that day. Could have easily came in there and took some money out. But always remember to close out your transactions.
They were drunk on bacon.
Yeah, something to take home out of that.
It may have been.
Not on the alcohol, but the actual bacon. They were in like a food coma with bacon.
They had bacon, fried bacon.
Hitting buttons. I don't know what I was doing.
Right? Fingers so greasy.
Yeah. That's what it was. Their fingers were so greasy.
They were trying to get back to the food, I guess, pretty quickly. But
yeah,
it was an okay event. But like Burger Week's been kind of crazy. I went out Monday to one place and it was a glazed roll burger that they had. It was pretty good. Then I went to another place Tuesday. And it was like a jalapeno type jelly type dressing type burger. These are all specialty burgers they don't usually make. So that was actually pretty good too. Had that with the Goose Island IPA to wash it down with. But I got to get another one. I'm like, we get these things where you have to get at least 3 and then you put them into a draw. So I need one more burger spot this week. So.
Yeah, this week we have the blues, brews, and barbecues going on the river.
Yeah, you got stuff down there. You're going to have some bacon and stuff flying around.
Some bacon and stuff flying around.
Todd's going to get fat this weekend. I bet John Sherman will be there too.
We got that bacon event coming up, and I think ours is in September, though.
Oh, that's in September. Okay.
That's better.
Yeah.
Because it's fall is better.
Well, I imagine that people aren't going to be ducking into AC rooms or whatever. Well, hopefully they might be, actually. It might still be super warm, but
well, we got our Cincy Beer Fest in September. That's when things get a little crazy. The Duke Energy Center. See if they top it. Last year they had 500 beers, so we'll see if they get higher than that this year.
Hey, let me know when when's tickets going to sell for that?
I think tickets are out there now, but they go on. It's like the 8th and the 9th.
8th and 9th of September.
Yeah, but if you wanted to come up, I could put you down as a volunteer with me. You can pour beers and get in for free and drink all you want. If you drink too much,
might do that. I actually think about coming up and doing it.
What'd you say,
I'm actually thinking about coming up to go to. So I'm actually thinking about coming up there to go to that because my brother's fiance lives in Cincinnati. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because we'll probably do the Saturday event when we usually do it.
Okay, I'll let you know for sure. Okay. When do you need to know to do that?
Well, I mean, if just let me know, like in the next couple of weeks, they should be putting it out there pretty soon. But you can actually reserve spots when you sign up. So I'm going to probably reserve like 10 or 11 spots. But I have like people at work that want to do it, and it gets crazy. You can just tell people they can have free beer. They want to come. So
yeah, it's never a bad thing.
When they tell you what happens if you get too drunk, they just send you home. It's like, I got nothing to lose here, so why wouldn't I want to do it?
I drink until I'm not allowed any longer.
Right. But yeah, so this week we had a great big show premiere took place this week. Everybody's getting all crazy, talking, of course, about the strain. Because that's the show that I was caring about.
Nice little troll. I appreciate that. That was nice.
No, but I know the Game of Thrones people were getting all pumped up there. My Facebook feed was blowing up like crazy.
The game of what now?
Is there a drinking game with that show, I wonder? There should be for the many people that watch it.
There's all kinds of games with that show.
But I was more into the strain.
I used to watch the strain. Has it been pretty good?
Disaster type shows. Would you say, Todd?
I said I used to watch the strain. Has that been pretty good?
Yeah, it's like the last season now, though. It's kind of like when you're in the last season of a show, like you're like, how long do I want to hang in? I mean, I know it's not going to be back anymore. But then it's like the subway card, right? You want to finish out the card because you got all the other punches. So kind of watching.
I stopped watching season 2, I think it was.
Yeah. This is the third and final season. It's been good though. They got good acting on there.
I kind of gave up on it.
Plus,
although I wish I did. I liked it. It was just kind of
character's a drunk. You know, he's always trying to drink something. I know I got my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Everything he bought just involves alcohol. So.
I tell you what, I really like it. Snowfall though.
Yeah, I got to watch it from this week. That is the
show. I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah,
I got it on DVR, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, you watched it last week. Did you watch it last week?
No, not yet. I haven't.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Joe? Snowfall on FX?
No, I got all the episodes on DVR. I haven't got
last week, I was like, "Are you seriously? You're going to stop right at this point?" And
I was like, "No, keep going."
Roll the credits now. Really? You're going to just do that right now? No, it's really been good. I mean, I'm already hooked into it.
That's when you wish it was on Netflix and you can just jump
in and watch
it all.
I need to binge watch right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one that's shitty about the shows on network television. You just can't binge watch them all.
Yeah. Well,
gotta wait.
Sci-Fi did it this year with because I like a lot of science fiction type stuff. So I watched 12 Monkeys. I used to watch that. I watched that show, and I was waiting to see this. And it was like, wait a minute, why is it like back-to-back episodes of my DVR? They just did dumped all 10 on the one weekend.
Wow.
Oh wow,
it was
nice.
Like, okay, now I'm going to take the day off.
Is that based on the movie?
Yeah, it's kind of started out that way, but it has a different like alternate like universe type thing with it. So it doesn't follow the movie all the way really through, although the lead character is the same name like Bruce Willis was in the movie.
Okay.
But it's interesting. It keeps changing stuff for the timeline on stuff. So
have you watched any of the Deviant ones yet on from HBO?
No, I still have to watch that because that's all DVD. I think, Joe, you watched that.
I watched all the Defiant ones. Fantastic.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Even if you don't, I mean, the thing is, even if you don't care about like Dr. Dre, NWA, any kind of rap, it's still very interesting because it shows the side of Jimmy Iovine, who, I mean, he worked with John Lennon back in the day and Bruce Springsteen, and it does a great job of like intertwining both Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine's careers. It just keeps on flipping back and forth, so it keeps you entertained all the way through. I binge watched all 4 episodes in one night. I was just like, I watched the first one, I'm like, I gotta watch the second. Yeah, you got to. I mean, it's keeps you hooked. It's really entertaining. Yeah, I thought it was well done.
This weekend, HBO ran it all 4 in the same night. So I sit there and watched it Saturday night. I was like, I'm not stopping now.
Well, the thing was, I DVR'd the first one, and I watched through, and at the end, it was like, oh, catch the Defiant ones on demand right now. All the episodes, like, I don't mind if I do. I'm going to do it right now. So I did.
You're like, oh, shit.
Because I had the DVR I had the DVR fired up for the next 3 nights or because they did it, I think, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm like, cancel those? Just watch it all now.
We're going to binge right now.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. But
I was like seeing the inner workings of, how a band starts, how they break up. It's just like the transition through the years, and it's just so good. So good.
Speaking of bands, what about Linkin Park?
Yeah, Chester Bennington.
Yeah,
I never was a huge Linkin Park fan, but that's it's terrible. It seemed like he was struggling with Chris Cornell's death because they were really good friends apparently. So, yeah, man, mental illness is terrible. Needs to be talked about more. Honestly, really does.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough focus. I think because in a lot of respects, you can't see mental illness as much as physical illness. Someone breaks their arm, someone's suffering from, say, a cancer. You can see it physically. You can see the changes in the person. With mental illness, they can be fine 1 minute and, 20 seconds later, they're not. And I don't know, a lot of people don't believe in it or whatever. And it's like, no, it's fucking serious,
It's a real thing. It's for sure a real thing. And we went through that with my nephew. He committed suicide when he was 16. Did the same thing, hung himself.
Terrible.
It's a real, you just don't know it until it's too late. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing. And you're right. It doesn't get talked about enough.
And that's why so many people are afraid to come out and say anything. Come out and say, "Hey, I mean, there's something not wrong, or there's something wrong with me. I don't feel normal. I feel terrible all the time. I have these feelings." And because it's not looked at as being normal, a lot of people don't want to come out and say that. It frightens them, and
Right.
it needs to be talked about. It's certainly an issue. And another thing that things like this, when you see this, a lot of people talk about money, and but money can't buy you happiness. There's things in life that become much easier to maintain with money, but you see all these people, money and fame, and it doesn't help you. You know what I mean? It's can't just throw money at it. It's not going to fix itself.
Yeah, more money sometimes brings more problems,
Although I like to make one hell of a run at it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, obviously, having a lot of money is gonna ease a lot of pain for a lot of people. Like, it makes your day-to-day life much easier. But it's for a lot of people, it doesn't make them happy.
Oh no, definitely. Actually, a few years ago, I read a piece, and they said the ideal number for someone to be happy is $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, you're fighting to get up to that. Anything more than that, then you've got like issues with people borrowing you stuff, or you trying to maintain a lifestyle. So I don't know.
It's like if I ever won the lottery, I'd be doing your show somewhere in the. I would never be like from parts unknown.
To do it.
It's in your background. Well, there's something I should say.
I'm down here on Todd's boat shooting this week.
Yeah. How's that craft beer truck parked in your driveway?
Yeah.
Look at the amount of IPA.
Have to give a. Oh, it got so. Tom says, "Well, hi guys," and Eric says, "What's up, fellas?" I think Eric just got home. He was out with his buddy earlier. I told him to get in here if he wanted to. And Tom says, "Average Joe, my apologies for being dismissive last week. I still think you're wrong. Beer should be reviewed in the style, but I was rude and I apologize."
Oh.
Apology accepted. I don't even think we were really arguing the same thing. So, I mean, I never really thought there was an issue. I just thought that you were disagreeing, and we weren't really saying the same thing. So, I mean, it wasn't really an issue. It was just kind of confusing because I thought we were kind of on the same page, but yet you said you disagreed. So I was just confused from that aspect. But no ill will or hard feelings or anything. I'm cool with it.
And then I shot Tom a link, so Tommy jump in. Eric's already here. What's happening, big fella?
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, so big shout out to Eric. If you guys didn't see the unboxing video, Eric shot me a bottle of the Dragon's Bourbon Barrel s'mores, which I'm looking forward to try at some point here. And I got him a nice bottle of something I think is nice. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll enjoy it.
What is so I got him one of the Avery Czar.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Russian Imperial Stout. What is that, 12% ABV or something?
10.1.
10.1, so.
55 IBUs.
Little night-night medicine.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good beer that Eric sent your way. I mean, that s'mores dragon milk's really solid, but it's no St. Ides.
I liked it better at room temperature than I did cold.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to let them warm up. That's why I keep telling you to let them warm up because it'll be a little bit better that way.
Let them warm up, you damn it!
I'm like, why is he taking ice cold all the time? And by the way,
ads.
The post office supposedly that was running out of money, they gouged the shit out of packages. If you would have sent something to the post office, they would just bend you right over.
I did. I sent it, and I sent it priority too. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Why? What was the cost? I'm curious. It was one beer.
Yeah, for one beer and a box was priority mail was $24.
Get the fuck out of here! I'm sorry for cussing, but that's
it was.
That's ridiculous.
I was like, where do I?
I did a flat rate. It was like 14 or something.
Oh my!
Are you at least gonna tickle me first before you charge me that?
It's like you're going through TSA at the airport there.
Yes.
I think you're better off with going through UPS and having them kick the shit out of your box off of walls like they're playing soccer and chancing it.
Next time I'm using the flat rate boxes next time.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent I don't know how much packaging has went up, but last year I sent a couple beer mails out, and I'm talking 22 pounds. I sent maybe 14, 15. I sent one to Paul.
Did you send it ground or did you send it?
I sent it UPS ground to Paul, and
I think that's cheaper than priority. Yeah,
I'm telling you, the UPS the ground.
It's still pretty fast.
Don't put fragile on it because they will pick it up and throw it through a fucking window, maybe 7 stories in the air. Yeah, don't do that. But if you use UPS Ground, it was like $20, and I sent Paul 14 beers. The package was like 20-something pounds. So I mean, to spend $24 for a single beer, even priority. I mean, Rod can wait that extra day.
Yeah.
Especially since he hasn't drank it yet.
Yeah, I know.
There's that flat rate box. You can get three bottles in there and a whole bunch of packaging because you know how they rough them up. But
that's what I said.
I think it's like I think it's like $12 is all. It's not so bad.
Yeah, no, there are more now because that's what I sent to Eric was a flat rate box. I asked the guy like I used to sell a lot of stuff on eBay. I'm like, whoa, these were like $8 before. He's like, oh yeah, they went up since then. So yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ. I think I'm sending it.
That's why I put sending out beer. That's why I send out jerky now. It's only an ounce and a half.
It's not much at all.
I'm sending out jerky now. People still love me.
The most expensive beer mail I ever sent out was I sent like 3 or 4 up to Canada, and I was under the impression that'd be obviously a little bit more expensive. But I sent 8 beers, and it was probably like 16, 17 pounds, and it was regular, and the shit was $67.
Ooh.
And I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done sending beer mails up to Canada. I'm like, I'm sorry. But I'm like, when the stuff, when the shipping cost is more than the products within the box,
yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. Not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine it's just
the border.
Yeah, no.
So Eric, you didn't care for that s'mores, did you?
What's that?
I'll say, what are you drinking tonight?
I had 2 Miller Lights and a shitload of pizza.
So you're not drinking anything. Well, you're home now. You can drink another one.
He's letting that Tsar warm up a little bit.
It's Friday. Come on, anybody can comatose through Friday.
Yeah, but I gotta get up and go to work on Friday.
I know, but you just gotta make it to that next hour, to the next hour.
You're like, get up tomorrow and be like, fuck.
You get to lunch, you take a little nap at lunch, go to the car. And I got to go outside because it's too hot to go to the car now. So
I've actually done that. Was way hungover, and I took a double shot of what was it? Wild turkey.
Double shot of wild turkey.
That sounds like something I'd do.
Hey, it took the edge off. I was ready to go.
It is hungover.
Get right back up on that horse. You inject yourself with the flu to beat the new flu, right? So.
Hey, Todd, what were you saying about the St.
He was saying St. Ives is a quality malt liquor.
I was asking you if that s'mores was pretty good. I watched your video, but I can't remember what you said about it.
I liked it when it was cold. I thought it was terrible, but when it warmed up to almost like a lukewarm, it was great.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing that a lot of people don't realize, especially when it comes to big imperial stouts and porters. It's the opposite of your regular like adjunct lagers, where you don't want to drink them like right out of the fridge most of the time. Once you don't need to get them warm. You don't need to drink them on fire like your Paul from PA Brew News, where they need to be boiling or anything. But you do. Let them warm up to the 50-55 range, and you'll see a stark difference. And there's a lot of people be like, "Well, I can't taste anything." Honestly, when it comes to adjunct lagers, they tell you to drink them colder. So when they do come up to room temperature, they're definitely off-putting most of the time. You drink them cold, you don't get a lot of those aromas, right? But at 10% imperial stout, things get crazy at 55 degrees.
Yeah.
In a good way. In a good way.
That's exactly.
Speaking of that, I do have one more bottle left here.
There you go.
And I paid this much for it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
$17.99.
Is that a 22 ounce? 22 ounce bomber at least?
That was 4 12-ounce bottles.
Oh, okay. I was like a single 12-ounce bottle for $18. You're a baller, Eric.
That's about. I think I gave
4 12-ounce bottles for $17. Ouch.
Yeah.
Are they worth it like that, guys?
$15.99 for the Mexican spice cake version of that.
Well, the Dragon's Milk Reserve is usually going to be a little bit higher than the normal Dragon's Milk because they've done stuff to it. It's like any of their this one. This one's their Dictator series. They're going to kind of price it a little bit higher and do do all that sort of thing. Now, the Mexican spice cake, and there was another one that I had. Shit. It escapes my mind right now, but the two other, the raspberry, that's what it was.
I didn't get that one. We didn't get that one here. That we only got, only one I've seen so far is the Mexican spice cake. I'm hoping we get the s'mores one time.
Man, I could have some more of that Mexican spice cake. I wish I would have got a 4-pack now.
I've got 2 left in the fridge. I'm kind of hanging on to.
Yeah, good idea.
A little bit.
I mean,
just a little bit. Crack them open in the winter time.
I did that review on that Klingon Imperial Porter, and they just came out with the second one of that series. So now I gotta go over to Indiana so I can see if they got that over there, because Indiana's the only one that gets Schmaltz brewing consistently, which is great about being in the 3-state area. So
doth the road, let I call it, symbiosis, baby, with a lot of S's.
Yeah.
To in Indiana to get those.
It's actually this liquor store is called Whitey's Package Liquor.
Whitey's Package Liquor.
In what city? What city is that?
It's in Lawrenceburg.
Yo, that sounds a bit shady to me.
You know what? Like I talk about some of the connections that I have at a couple of places where like we get the beer and stuff, pretty good deal. So the first time I went over there last time was when I got the Star Trek one, and I picked up a few other ones. But I ended up talking to the guy, gave one of my cards, and I do the beer reviews. Hey, you guys ever get stuff in? Let me know. And their liquor wholesaler was there, so he starts talking to me. He's like, "Hey, if you ever need anything, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Get you some stuff so you can test it out." He only does liquor and wine, so I haven't called him to get anything. But I emailed him afterwards to let him know that I might come back over. He's like, "Yeah, let me know." So when I go back over there, I might pick up a couple bottles or something.
You should test him and provide a list of about 40 different things.
Yeah.
See how many he checks off on that list.
No, he gave me all his stuff and everything. So, yeah, he's like, anytime you want something, let me know. I'll see what I can do to get it for you. And then you can go ahead and put it on your channel, too, if you want. I'm like, okay. So,
nice.
To go back to Drunken One.
What is it, Eric?
That was a growler, was it not?
Yeah, this is from my local brewery, Bad Brewing.
Oh, okay.
It's their Brown Brown Ale.
All right. So you're drinking again. All right.
Dude, I love brown ales.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's my favorite beer style.
That's your favorite style, the roastiness and the toastiness?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make some of that tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'm making a brown ale.
So when you do your brew, how do you decide what you want to brew? How do you decide what you want to brew? You just kind of say, "Hey, I'm feeling this time. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here."
Exactly. Well, I haven't ever done a brown ale, and I'm kind of cheating on this. I'm doing only a 5-gallon batch this time, but I'm going to do the extract version. It's more like hot water, and then you pour in the syrup and add the hops as you're told to. There, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to try it out, see if I like it, because I have a bunch of the steps, and then my last one was Amarillo Smash with Maris Otter, and I just bottled that today, so that seems pretty interesting.
Sounds interesting.
I'll be curious to see what you think, Drunken One, because Amarillo, as a single hop, I usually get all the oranges, all the fucking oranges. So be curious to what you think. It's very orange forward. Like, you can just randomly name all the oranges in this world, and people are like, "Yeah, that's Amarillo." But I just want to see what you think, because with a smash beer, yeah.
And so I've never done a smash beer. I'm checking this one out, but like tomorrow, I mentioned the brown ale, and so I'm gonna try one of those. It's some English something. It's my recipe thing is outside. I can go grab it here in a second, but it's got pearl hops and one other kind twice in the recipe after that. I forget the names of them all. I'll jump out there because I'm ready for another beer. I'll jump out there and grab it up.
Before you leave, I wanted to respond to something you said earlier. You said you asked, I believe, Eric, if and I believe Todd, if the price on that s'mores and the Mexican spice cake of the Dragon's Milk was worth it. And you said $17.99 for Eric's, and I think $15.99 for Todd's. And I always say it's in the eye of the beholder. It's worth whatever you think it's worth. But if you look at it just from like an ABV perspective, you're talking those are what, 11-12%.
Yeah.
So one of those beers is one of those beers is equivalent like 2.5 like regular Budweisers if you just go straight ABV.
Yeah.
So if you drink a 4-pack,
I understand what you're saying.
That's basically a 12-pack of Bud. So yeah, it's still more expensive.
Yeah, right.
It's still more expensive than that.
Yeah.
But you're also paying for what goes into it, ingredients.
Oh, exactly. It's much more flavorful. Yeah.
I was
But
saying,
there's some price count, no doubt.
with a little more taste.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
I'm not usually the Budweiser guy either. Not to say that I don't sometimes, but yeah, I mean, there's time for those kind of beers. But no, I prefer craft beers, or I mean, homebrew to begin with. But craft beers beyond that, yeah, I like Samuel Adams, and so yeah, it's like $9 or $9.99 a 6-pack of the 12-ounce. So that's pretty fair. But you're saying they're like twice the percentage.
So it's double the beer. Like if you're honestly, there's a lot of people who drink craft beer or also drink macro beer. All matters to them is their buzz, right? There are a lot of people that do that. They care about how much it takes to get them up to speed, aka getting buzzed, and
right.
Taste is kind of secondary. So, but if you just look at it from a quick ABV to whatever, a lot of these beers are either double or 2.5 times a single beer. So if you drank 2 of those s'mores, that's the equivalent to like 5 Budweisers, where someone will say, well, why are you wasting that money? Yeah, why are you wasting money? Well, these 2 beers cost me $7 and your 2 Budweisers maybe cost you $2. But at the same time, your 5 Budweisers cost you $5. Mine was $2 more, but I'm also enjoying the taste more than I would if I was drinking 5 Budweisers, and we're getting to the same place buzz-wise. Oh, yeah, it's the same place.
Exactly.
And you don't have to drink as much.
You're not pissing as much either.
Yeah, you're not consuming as much actual liquid.
Right.
A 22-ounce bomber, if you finish it, it'll get your buzz going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw you a little bit tipsy on that nice 1776 James Pepper.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Came back, he's like, guys, it's 11:30. I got my buzz, but I'm going right upstairs to bed. I'm like, yeah. Oh, right to bed.
Hey, I would get that beer again if I could get it. That was outstanding. I love that beer.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one still. I saw you post it. I haven't watched it yet, though.
Good God, that was good.
I have a bottle that DJ sent me a couple years ago. He's like, oh, age it or whatever. And I was like, all right, so I'm aging it. I guess I'll bust it out at some point and try it.
I really don't age my beers. When I get them, I want to have them and have them now.
I have a pretty extensive cellar when it comes to stuff, but yeah, it's tough to just be like, I don't want to drink this.
Well, the thing is, when I picked up the Czars, I ended up picking up 3 of them.
Because they're fucking 70 cents or whatever you pay
that's
for.
a good deal.
Well, buy 1 get 2 free.
Yeah, I went to my local place and they had Czar on sale. It was whatever you want for free. Oh, I just took them all. It's like, what? I
was with Paul last week. And we went to the beer store up in East Lansing, and they had 22-ounce bombers for $4.99. I couldn't believe it.
Of what? Of the Avery?
Shit. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, if you're like the $4.99 bombers are like Budweiser, I'm going to be like, the price gouging.
No.
Damn it, I wasn't ready for that question.
Marking it up. Saw you guys coming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got the L to the Chief as well. When I picked up the Czars, and that's a double IPA from Avery. That was freaking phenomenal. It kind of was like a chill wave.
Was it still within the date, or was it out of date? Did it matter?
It was a little past, but it was still pretty sweet. It was $3.99.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting where you want to go for $4.
Yeah.
$4.99.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
$4.99.
What's the ABV on both of those?
Nice.
I know Victory used to
Saison is 7.5.
Okay.
So my Bloody Valentine, I don't think is too big. Maybe in the 6 range.
If it has it even on here.
Yeah, Al Smith doesn't give many fucks apparently.
Does have to. At least I don't see it.
Yeah.
All right, Untapped says it is 6.66 because. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ! Here it is, right fucking there, Eric.
Eric, drink some more of that growler. Come on. Take down that growler.
Are the days still on them?
Well, the My Bloody Valentine's makes sense, right? Because they released that around Valentine's Day, so that's probably a good 5 months old.
I just don't see it, although I'm not looking that hard either.
All right.
But I know Paul sold you on that because I remember I got that for Paul, or maybe I didn't. He bought it locally, and he was all about it though. He's like, "This is the greatest beer ever. I'm gonna buy it all whenever I see it." And then he never saw it again.
Well, they put these Czars out. They're 10.1. They're stouts. They're Russian Imperial stouts.
Dude, that's a great deal.
And I'm like, who the hell? Like, people just walking by, like, I'll pick up 1, 2, 3.
How much did you pay for it, Rod?
$3.99.
He spent less on his 22-ounce bomber than you did on your s'mores beer to send him. It's half the size.
I got 3 of them for essentially $12.
You also paid $24 to send it. So
yeah, yeah, I had a flat rate box.
See, Rob won this end of the deal. I don't.
But I think I'm going back tomorrow to see if they still have more. I'm going to get some more, and I'm going to actually sell them some more. It
is crazy though, because I understand getting deals, and it does happen here. Like, it's very rare to see like really good deals, and usually it's beers that are out of date. Okay, here's this IPA that's 6 months old. You're not going to sell a 6-month-old IPA on a seasoned craft beer drinker. Right. You're gonna be like, I know what it's not going to be what you intended, and it's probably not going to taste all that great. But you see a beer like Tsar, and you're sitting there going, that's $3.99 for a 10% Russian Imperial Stout that I could age for fucking years.
Yeah,
I will buy them all.
I just picked it back and took it to the register. I'll just take all of them.
Yeah, you just give me somebody to help me with. I'll just take them all. Like, I don't know, you got more in the back? I'll take those too.
It's like you ask people, please buy some, so I don't buy them all.
And the thing is, it's a fucking really good beer too. It's one of those things where it's not whatever. It's an okay beer. That is a really good Russian Imperial Stout, and it ages extremely well.
Taught me to a lunchtime beer run tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I didn't talk you into anything. You're doing it. You're doing it anyway, Rod. You just wanted that confirmation, like it's not really a dumb idea.
They had all these, right? They had cases of the New Belgium watermelon lime ale, I guess. $12.99 a case.
A case?
And they were still within their date, yeah, because they were trying to get rid of them.
I actually thought that was an okay beer. Not anything amazing.
I mean, $12.99 a case is a damn good beer.
That's a summer crusher. Like, if you want something that's cut the lawn, or
it's like you grab a couple of those cases, you're set.
Out by the pool, barbecue after cutting the lawn, man. It's super refreshing. It's like, it's fucking 12 for basically 50 cents a can. Or bottle. I'm down. Sign me up.
These Trader Joe's deals.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, twist my arm.
Is that one pretty good? I've never tried that one.
That's no Joseph Brow.
It's a nice, refreshing beer. You're not going to drink it.
That was perfect.
Yeah, you're not going to drink it and be like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest beer ever. For 60 cents a can, you're going to be like, this is better than 50 cents before. Yeah, but this might be like $1 a can. All right, 60 cents. You may do what you can, right?
Yeah, the only reason I got the one L to the Chief because I wanted to see how it tasted because I wasn't sure on that one, but it actually played out well too, so I may pick up a few of those.
The one thing that I get from a lot of double IPAs, I'm curious, like when you get a double IPA that's out of date, Rod, like, do you get any like certain character? It always seems to be in the, I don't know, for me it always turns into like orange marmalade. You guys have ever had orange marmalade?
IPA, like outside the date some?
Yeah, like a double IPA because the malt character becomes like it becomes a sweeter beer.
I mean, it's
sweeter.
I still get it some of the hospital. I pick up more of the orange type feel with it.
That's what I get.
And it does become more malt. It's almost like a more of a sweeter type beer. And I actually kind of like that a little bit because I've had I've had the Chill Wave Fresh and I've had it after a little bit. And it's actually just a little bit more sweeter, but it's still pretty good. So that's the thing. If you look back to the IPA style, they were shipping these beers out. People weren't getting them for 6 months later anyway. So most of the time, it was going to be a little bit more sweeter.
I had a speaking of Avery and the Tsar, I had was it the Maharaja?
I like that one.
I forgot it in the back of my beer fridge, like legit forgot it. Like I didn't even remember I had it, and I was like moving shit around. I'm like, oh no! I'm like, this is like a year and a half old. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, I'll drink it because I'll see how it is. It was like someone took a piece of like white bread, toasted it, so you get like toasted malt, and spread orange marmalade on it. That's in like liquid form. It was so fucking good. And I'm like, I don't even care what it tastes like fresh now because I've had it like 18 months old and it's amazing. But you don't always get the same experience. Obviously, sometimes when the IPAs are, I've noticed a lot of the new age hops, like your Citras and Mosaics, and your Galaxies and the Eldorados, and a lot of these hops that are becoming very popular. The way a lot of breweries do it with the dry hopping and stuff, it falls off relatively quickly. When it does, it turns into like a former shell of what it's supposed to be. And I feel like a lot of these older recipes, I don't know, they just work, especially the double IPA. Once you get the 8+%, I can have a double IPA aged for six months, 12 months, and it kind of turns into like a mini American style barley wine. And I kind of dig that.
Like if you like that style, you can dig into that way. So it's not maybe how the brewer intended that one actually tastes, But it still turns out to be a fine product too. And that's how you experiment with beers and you find
for sure. And that's how you find out. Like I mean, Eric talked about not aging, and again, it's one of those things where I mean, I've aged some beers out of just experiment. Like I want to see how the beer ages. Sometimes I know they can age, but there are quite a few beers that I've realized I don't like them. 2 or 3 weeks old. I'd rather have them 2 or 3 years old. And it's tough to buy beer and just be like, I'm not going to drink it for 2 years. But sometimes, say for instance, when you get $3.99 Avery Czars, readily available, that would be a good beer to say, honestly, buy 6 of them and drink one every couple months and just see how they progress.
Well, I was on Joe D's show Tuesday. Drunken was on there. Albino's in the chat. I just sent him a thing to get in here.
He's in the cheese nuggets.
And I showed him one of the beers I got from one of the guys I got in beer from Blackberry Farms out of Tennessee. And I showed him one that I had gotten too. And I took a picture of it so they could see it because the guy paid like $7 or $8 over his. Mine was $1.99 for a 25-ounce bottle of what I got, Saison. And it was so freaking good.
Wow. You said Blackberry Farms, huh? I was at the beer store today, and I saw a beer, and I got excited because, again, I like blackberries, right? Drinking that Blackberry Jelly King. And I'm like, blackberries! And I'm like, wait, that's Blackberry. It's a brewery, and it was an IPA, but I didn't pick up on it.
Blackberry Farms, I'm telling you right now, get it if it's out of Tennessee.
Yeah, no, it was Blackberry Farm Brewery, and I didn't look to see where it was. It was an IPA, but I can't remember. So, again, you talked about, like, Upland. They distribute here now, and it's just like, I don't know, shit shows up every week, and I'm confused at what's going on. It's too much beer. I walk in the beer store, and there's literally 25 different beers that are brand new, like a whole lineup of this, and I'm like, I don't want to go broke. I'll just buy these 4 over here, and I think I'm good for today.
So I'm not the only one that stands in there running numbers in my head as I'm looking, right?
No, I walked in today.
No, I have to do that.
I mean, you turn to the guy like, do you guys take direct deposit here?
It's like, is there some sort of layaway option? What's going on? But like, I walked in today and McKellar. I haven't bought McKellar stuff in a while. Like, I like their stuff, but it is more expensive.
Yeah.
Than it's technically imported.
Well, I can get some here for cheaper, but yeah.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of them will go on sale when
rub it in.
But like their new stuff all showed up in cans. They had a raspberry Berliner Weiss. They had a raspberry triple Bock that's 12.7% in a can. And then they had a New England style IPA and a regular IPA. And I'm like, well, I haven't bought any McKellar stuff, so I'll buy one of each. And that 4-pack was $20. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I could get 2 other beers right now because I'm not looking to spend $60 today. So I went and I ended up getting, I'm drinking now from, you guys get Stillwater up there?
You know what's funny? I was about to tell you something about Stillwater too, but yeah.
This is their Cloud. It's a IPA brewed with oats and lactose, so nice smoother body. But I picked that up, and I picked another beer up. It was like $35. I'm like, I'm done. I bought a 6-pack for $35. I'm walking out of the store, hanging my head.
Then you remembered why.
You look back.
Then you remembered why you don't buy McKellar.
That broke me in it.
Yeah. I'm like McKellar. It's cool. I'm trying to shit out. Also, now I'm broke. Thank you very much. Now it's one of those things where, again, if I had the means or I wanted to, I could have walked out with probably $200 worth of stuff from just stuff that showed up in the last 2 days. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening in the beer world. I'm not disappointed whatsoever because that's awesome to have that choice. A lot of people are like, oh, there's too much stuff out. 5 years ago, if 3 new beers showed up, I was like high-fiving. Yeah, I got new shit. Yes, this is great. Now you have to make decisions on just the new stuff. It's cool, right. But it also can be overwhelming when you really go in there looking for 1 or 2 things, and then you realize they have 700 different things. You're like, holy shit, I wish I was rich. And I had like 7 livers because I'd be going right now.
Yeah, I did that video of one of the places I go to called Party Town, and some of the guys were like, I'm just pitch a 10 in there. I wouldn't even leave.
No, it's...
And when I did
what kind of you talking about, Brad? I know you really like your beer, but
yeah. I went to the beer last. I always forget. They actually.
Oh, you're talking about literally a camping tent.
Yeah. It seems like they were pitching a tent within the tent that they pitched already.
It's your option.
Well, they have the taps there, and you can actually now buy beer while you drink. Well, I mean, while you shop. So now you can buy a pint of beer while you shop, and it's even like, why would I even leave now?
Yeah, there's a couple places like that here, and I don't even want to go in there because I'm afraid. Like seriously, The one place that opened up here, they opened up last summer, and they're like about 20 minutes from my house. And I went up there each time. I've only been there probably half dozen times, but of those 6 times, 4 of them I spent like 3 hours in this place drinking. It was one of those places too where you can buy stuff off the shelf and they'll chill it for you and then crack it open. And I'm just like, I want this. They're like, all right, chill it down. And the owner's cool, so sometimes I'll bring stuff in like that I get from trades and I'll share it with them and stuff. But next thing I know, it's 3 hours later, and I'm like, I drank a shit ton of beer and spent a lot of money, and I didn't know I was going to do that. So it's awesome.
That's like having an ATM cabaret. You just don't know to leave, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's the medicine here where you can get the beer to like buy and walk around, but even before you get the beer, you can get samples of the beer to taste it. So they have like a little taster cup.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know? You'll sit there looking like, well, you want to taste something? Okay. Yeah. So before you know it, you're all through 18 taps of taste. Hey, let me try that 15%, 20%, whatever it is over there. And you're like, no, I think I'm good now.
Yeah. For me, it's hard to pass up on them cracking the beer open for you because it's like, I can just grab a $2 fucking can off the shelf. They'll chill it and crack it. I'm like, I'm at home. But I'm not. I'm in a beer store, but it's the same price. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm going to take this one, and we're all going to enjoy it. Next thing you know, it's fucking $60 deep, and you're hammered, and you're like, I don't know what just happened.
It's like, if you guys put a lazy boy in here and a pizza parlor, I'm in heaven. I'm not leaving.
And the thing is, the crazy thing is literally next door. I'm not talking like you got to walk a half mile. Next door, there's a barbecue place. And you can order shit, and they'll bring it over into the beer shop. I'm like, if I lived in this town, I would walk here every night and probably be dead broke by fucking 8 o'clock every night. I would never leave here. This is the best thing ever.
Put your paycheck direct deposit into their account.
Yeah, right. Just like walk in and just give the guy $200 each week. Now this is like a bill I'm paying. This is now my electric bill. My whatever. Fucking here we go.
Old federal store. How much do I have left on my tab?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you $200 each week, and when I'm down to 5, tell me, and I will restock. No, it's one of those things where a lot of these places are opening up all over the country, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Like I said, I wouldn't even imagine places like this 5 years ago. And people don't understand. Like if you just got into craft beer in the last couple of years and you haven't been drinking for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, the options even 5 years ago pale in comparison to what's going on nowadays. It is so crazy in the last 3 or 4 years what has happened, but in a good way.
Yeah.
We're spoiled at this point, and I love it. I love being spoiled.
Welcome, Craig. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Craig?
Hello. All good. All good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What are you drinking tonight over there?
Well, I've just done 3 quick reviews. That's why I was a bit late, but yeah.
It's a bit late. He's over to UK. He's like in the middle of the morning now.
Yeah. It's like 2:30 a.m. and he's like, whatever.
6 hours.
That Yeasty Boys.
Did you review all 3 of those, Craig? So I saw your unboxing.
No, I just done the one. I've kept a few back, and I've done a couple of others. One I should have done ages ago because I forgot about it. But yeah, this is from Craft Academy. They're kind of a new thing going on.
How was it?
So yeah, it's not too bad actually. It's very low ABV. It's only
3.8.
As you saw. Yeah, this is on the front.
Yeah, I watched that unboxing. I'm a sub now. I know what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, so yeah, it's not too bad. It's very, it's filtered, but yeah, it's nice. I've got a beer from Holland. I can't pronounce the name of the brewery. How do you go about that? Anyway, it's got kind of like an email thing on the front with a commercial description underneath. Someone's grandma or whatever, and it's giving off ideas about making a beer. That jazz. Yeah, it's a porter with Joe coconut. And
come on.
Like you said your neighbors, Joe, coconut.
And coffee, but the coffee's faded out.
Yeah, whatever. It's coffee. Where's the coconut at?
And then lastly, a Cloudwater Imperial IPA Centennial.
Is that just single hop with Centennial?
9%. It's Centennial, Amarillo, and Simcoe.
So they're probably just using mostly Centennial, though.
Yeah, I'd guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's that, or they're lying to you.
well, whatever. It's nice. I can handle that.
Speaking of coconut, I forgot I got the Ballast Point Victory by Sea order.
Yeah,
I got that in the fridge. I still got to do that one.
That shit is, I don't want to say great because I might be biased slightly. But it's very good. It's very good beer.
Well, what's your favorite coconut beer?
You probably picked it up for a quarter.
Honestly, here's the crazy thing. Honestly, for me, I don't know how many of you guys have had Firestone Walker and either barrel-aged stuff like their Sukaba, Parabola, anything like that.
I heard about that one really.
Oh,
yeah.
so they do a great job with their barrel series where they produce like toasted coconut notes with it just going through the barrels. So there's no toasted coconut in any of them, but it's the best toasted coconut character I've ever gotten in a beer is Sukaba, which is their barrel-aged English barley wine, and then Parabola. Even actual coconut beers pale in comparison to just the barrel.
You like that better than Death by
Coconut? I don't know. Death by okay. If I had to go non-barrel aged beer, Death by Coconut is like everything that I pretty much want in a coconut beer because it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The thing though for me is I want that coconut to be toasted. If they're throwing in raw coconut, it just doesn't hit me the same way. It just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
It has to be toasted.
And on the other side, we know Eric's not a fan of coconut.
Eric, in a word, hates coconut, and that's more than one word. But yeah, he's not a fan.
Not a fan of coconut. No.
So I saw this week there was another truck crash. I don't know if you saw that or not. Last of Lush, and I keep posting it on Facebook. But another truck, and it's like every time there's a truck crash, there's always a Bud Light truck. Like, it was Bud Light. It was all over the place. The guy actually went off one of the truck runoff ramps because he was, I guess, going too fast or couldn't brake, and the weight pulled the beer out of it. It's just like Bud Light must have like the worst truck drivers, or there's something weird just going. Like it's never like a craft beer truck. I mean, if a craft beer truck was overturned, I'd be like one of the first one out there trying to help them, get all the beer back. And
I think the problem is
they're dead.
Maybe stuff a couple in your pockets.
Yeah, maybe
they're taking advantage of their work policy.
Yeah,
I reckon the drivers are craft beer drinkers.
That's exactly what I was saying, Craig. He's a craft beer drinker, so to get back, he has to spill them once in a while. That's how it works.
There you go.
He's like, "You're gonna brew this? We'll see."
But of course, there's not a lot of maybe craft beer tractor trailers out there. No, we have a couple here, but there's not many of them that gotten that big yet.
Nah, there's. Well, I'm sure there's like Sierra Nevada and then Samuel Adams. Probably a ton of those, but you never really hear about them because they probably get free beer from the company. So.
Probably like it's almost precious cargo. Precious cargo.
Bud Light.
I'm driving Bud Light.
You get a lifetime supply of Boston Lager.
Right. Not even a Samuel Adams. You don't even see Samuel Adams even turning over anything.
No. No, they don't have any rogue drivers pissed off about Boston Lager. What are you doing?
They care about what they're carrying. They just don't care.
No.
They don't care.
No agency drivers there.
Yeah. They're like, you can't fire me. I'm part of the union, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fun to look at it.
Yeah. There's your Bud Light.
Yeah.
You should have gave my raise last.
Well, I know those guys get paid after they empty the truck, they get to go home. So that's why you always see them hustling to get the beer into the stores. They get paid, or when their job is done, they get to go home. So they're always hauling ass. Just like the UPS drivers or whatever. Once their truck is empty, they go home. So if it takes you all day to do your route anymore, well, it is what it is. But that's why you always see them hustle. I don't know if the craft guys have that same schedule like that or not. But
no, that's why the UPS drivers nowadays. Remember, they used to like ring the doorbell, maybe knock on your door, like, "Hey, we got this package out." Now they just place it. It could be like a $3,000 package. You're like, it doesn't look like anyone around here is going to steal it. We'll just put it on
exactly. You have to bitch out of the gate out front.
And you're looking at the thing. You're like, wait, I have like a note on here to say if they could actually ring the doorbell or make sure someone's home. I guess they don't care. I guess hey, they got to get home.
Open the door, you trip over the box. Like, no one even told me he was out of here.
And then if you call them, they're like, no, he totally rang the doorbell. I'm like, I was home. I was staring at the fucking door. I just wanted to see if he was going to ring the doorbell.
Sometimes you just hear
I saw him walk up, bend over, put it down on my fucking steps, and then leave. He didn't ring the doorbell.
Well, what's funny because where I'm at, I actually work from the house. And one time they sent us like a printer. This printer back here is from the company. So they sent the printer and they just left it there in the front step. And it's not even like in anything box. It's just like, HP printer, blah, blah, blah. I mean, luckily I'm in an area I don't have to worry about anything happening, but it's just like sitting there, just like,
Well, that's the thing. Even if you live in a good area, like if you never know, there's shady people all over the world.
Around and they take stuff off the fortune.
If there's a fucking huge package at someone's front door and like there's no cars in the driveway, you assume they're home, and somebody's gonna be like, holy shit, I'm gonna totally get this new printer, even though I don't know it's a printer. I'm going to get it. And it's like one of those things where it's like, it could be, regardless if it's $100 or $5,000. It's like if it's worth anything of substantial value, they should at least make an effort to see if anybody's home. Give a quick, hey, anyone there? It's and they really don't. Like I've been times when I've been home and I'm like, all right, I know they're gonna, I'm sitting here waiting for the door to ring or for the doorbell to ring or actually someone knock on the door, and I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, what the fuck? And I'll just go look at the UPS track number and be like, left at side door. I'm like, you motherfuckers, you were supposed to ring the doorbell. I'll go out there, sure enough, it's there, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, it says that don't leave this. Someone has to sign for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times they don't even care. They ignore that. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Guess I got to get home to drink that Bud Light.
I guess.
A delivery driver left my beer box behind the bloody dustbin. It's like, what is going on? If it had rained or someone could have nicked it, even worse, Right.
Well, I will say they usually do put a plastic bag over stuff if it's a rainy day or a cloudy day.
You must live in a nicer area than me, because they don't. They're like,
that's not the case.
Yeah, let me just rip this open a little bit to see if they can actually get wet inside the box.
Yeah, right.
They're making a paper funnel and trying to funnel in the rainwater and shit.
Oh, if there's an awning over here, let's just throw it in his front yard. Like, they don't care.
There's certain sitting home.
What's that?
They say, I'm like, no, it's not. And then you have to get it, and you're like, oh, fuck, it is. It's at my doorstep.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's like
rings.
You almost get angry. You're like, what the fuck?
Now, our mail lady, she gets addresses confused, and I'll go to my mailbox. I'm like, what the hell? This isn't even our street. And I swear, I went to the post office one time to drop off the mail wherever it was supposed to go, to tell them, and the guy called his boss around the corner, who's I guess our local postmaster general. She's like, again, we just told her about how to do streets. Apparently she's been doing it around the neighborhood, sending mail to the wrong houses. And they don't even wear they used to wear the blue uniforms. Our woman is just like a tank top and shorts.
You look like a 500 Lincoln Ave. I'm gonna leave this here. It's like, huh? Just play the guessing game. I don't know. I mean, again. We're not saying. I'm not saying all of them do, but the guy here, the actual mailman's much better than the UPS guy. UPS guy doesn't even care.
Yeah. Now the funny thing is, my wife will order stuff from this one thing. I don't know if it's on Amazon or whatever like that. But the delivery company, they come in and it's just like a white truck. They actually do ring the bell. It's not UPS. It's not FedEx. Somebody's working out of their garage, but they do ring the bell. I don't even know who that guy is, but he's actually letting me know he's here.
Holy shit, he's telling me a package is here, and he's hitting buttons on my fucking house that ring this bell thingy. I'm going to go high five him. Shake it. I want to shake that man's hand. Thank you for doing your job properly. Thank you.
He's the only one that rings the bell when anybody delivers stuff to our house.
There's people that do that.
It's like the delivery folks, regardless whether they have morphed into the paper boy, where the paper boy just sometimes rides by on a bike and just guns the paper at your house. It's kind of like the fucking delivery people now.
We got a little local weekly paper, which I don't even really want to get because I never read it anyway. Mm-hmm. But they just throw it to everybody's end of the driveway. They don't even get to the snap. No. It's either the kid's got a weak arm or they're just
he doesn't want to get it sore, He's just saving it for later in life. He might be a quarterback or a pitcher.
Doesn't even get out of the car. His mom's whipping him around to different houses. You just throwing him out the window.
It's almost like a picture some of these UPS and USP drivers just going, oh my God, I got to get out of the car. Yeah. I got to move 30 feet and then put this package in someone's
Pretty soon they'll just be honking. They'll say, hey, you want to go pick this up out of the truck?
I'm getting paid great and all the government benefits, but I can't do my job. And just well, okay, great. This is what it's morphed into, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's customer service in general, because that's definitely gone down.
No, it is in general, but I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, it's becoming more noticeable because we're all buying more stuff off the internet because it's cheaper and easier, and you don't have to really go to the store to buy stuff. And then I think it just shows up more because you're buying more things, and it just you can see it's
good as well.
So,
Yeah,
Joe, you were just talking about the Postal Service doesn't want to move 30 foot to bring you the package. We're so lazy, we're making them bring our shit to us, you know?
We're paying money for it. We're not, you know? It's not our job.
But we're paying up our credit card.
We're paying the extra amount for it.
You got $12 shipping and handling? Where's that handling fee going, huh? Where's that $5 handling fee?
Yeah, but like I said, to the point now where in Cincinnati we can get beer delivered to us. Yeah, it's kind of getting pretty lazy. But then it's safety too. You're not going out driving and drinking, right?
No, hey, I mean,
way to look at it.
Yeah, the day it ends. The day it ends for us is when you're getting beer delivered to your house instead of going out at all. Then it's troublesome. That's bad. I mean, it's great, but it's bad. It's like now you don't even have to go and get it.
That's what I do.
I bow to you, but I also don't know how to react.
Another thing is, like the flights now. I went to the airport to pick up my wife a few weeks back. She came back from Baltimore, and apparently it's now more custom. I guess they go through bags for security, TSA, like everything. So I went to get her bag off the flight, and I watched these bags come by. It seemed like every other bag was like, "Oh, it's been opened by TSA for security." They all got the label. Like, what was it, like international flight of like just people you just all like pretty much stereotyped on this plane? Because it's like everybody's bag almost has the wrapping around it.
Yeah, TSA is a whole nother level of stuff. They're like patting people down for like 20 minutes. It's.
Did you see the video I posted with the woman getting patted?
Yeah. She was being basically felt up. That was nice.
Hey, her hands were supposed to be back of the hand, not the front.
It's
front, yeah.
So bad.
For me, just give it a tug or two, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Not even.
Eric would be like,
you want happy ending?
Lollipop now.
Eric spent hanging around Paul too long, and by too long, I mean like 30 minutes.
That's too long.
A long time.
Yeah, it's a long time with Paul. He will put some bad thoughts into your head. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you're so close. You're right there.
Yeah. I don't need any more bad. God, help.
Yeah. So was it crazy over there in the UK on there? I mean, I know you guys do a lot of the trains, but on the airlines, is it like kind of crazy at the airports over there? Craig?
I haven't looked at the news, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is there anything going on then?
No, I was just saying, like, when people are flying, like, security and the checks and the pat-downs, you guys got to go through all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever, it's a pain in the arse, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Well, especially now, I mean, like, after 9/11 here, it was, you know, fucking crazy for years. And now with you guys having some of the terrorist stuff, I'm sure it's, you know, they're making sure that things aren't going awry.
It takes as long as it takes.
Someone's going to put the bomb in there.
As long as it doesn't.
Off. I mean,
well, listen, I'm all for, you know.
Yeah.
They found that guy, thank goodness. So,
yeah.
I'm all for thorough searches, but like some of you can tell between like a legit thorough search that's it's a necessity. I'm not saying even if you look a suspect, whether, you know, whatever your skin color. I'm talking like people can look suspect by just having a bigger bag, whatever the case may be, just maybe they're wearing extra stuff. But some of it's unnecessary. You'll see, like that woman, she clearly didn't have anything. And she spent 5 minutes there being patted down and like being, oh, your hands are here. It's like now you're just kind of being, well, I'm in charge, so I can do whatever the fuck I want type of thing. And that's bullshit. You know, there's nothing wrong there, and they were just being stupid, basically.
Yeah.
You see too many of that. You really do. You see a lot of videos where they're just, you know, basically overstepping their boundaries. And
some of the kids and everything, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like this kid has a bomb on him. Yeah. You know, come on.
Yeah. It's
ridiculous.
Just, it's ridiculous, and then you get something happens, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
it's the world we live in, right?
It's just, it is what it is, unfortunately. It's just, You know?
We haven't found that full balance of between common sense and going overboard. Like it's just
that's a thing.
That's a thin line to walk, I guess. But yeah,
honestly, though, it's like one of those things. Either you have common sense or you don't.
Yeah,
and a lot of people in charge. I'm not even saying specifically TSA, but just in general, a lot of people don't have common sense. They don't.
Definitely in general. I can look at people every day when I'm like, this person doesn't have common sense.
And honestly, some of them are like the most intelligent when it comes to like book smarts, or just like they're very intelligent people, but they lack common sense. A lot of them, like they can, if you have some kind of fucking serious problem, they know how to fix it, and then you're like, well, cook this in the microwave, and they're confused. I don't know. It's just 30
I've just
seconds.
turned it off.
Yeah, it's just 30 seconds. I think it deserves 3 minutes. They're directions for a reason. Use your common sense and follow the fucking directions.
They're street smarts.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, I had a buddy growing up, and he ended up going to, I think it was Brown University, ended up becoming an actuary, super intelligent with numbers, one of the smartest people that I've ever known personally. The motherfucker used to burn French fries in a microwave. Like, shit like that. And his brother used to just make fun of him. He's like, you're fucking on the honor roll. You're the smartest kid in class. And you're burning French fries in the microwave. And I'm like, yeah, he lacked common sense. That's just, it's crazy.
Salt pie, but he couldn't burn. He could salt pie, but he couldn't.
No, I was like, you're a fucking actuary. You work with numbers. There's numbers on the microwave. It's called the time remaining. Make sure they don't burn. Look at the directions. That's how it works.
We all got our skill sets, right? Don't ask us to get out of our lane.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you see these people, you think, is it me? Is it just me? Because there seems to be a lot of people that have got no common sense, and it's like it must be me. You know, it's got to be me.
He said, not only when it sees what's happening right here, does nobody else see this?
But sometimes I just think it's got to be me.
Yeah.
It's just, there's other things I think.
I thought I was the only one that said that, Craig. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No.
I don't know. It's just.
No, I think we all we've all been there multiple times, all the time. Like it's on a daily occurrence, whether you're at the grocery store or wherever you are. It's like you see things that you just, it takes you back, and you're just sitting there going, "Is this really fucking happening right now? Like, is this happening?"
Sometimes I feel like
at the house.
It's a scary world out there, Craig.
Sometimes I feel like I'm Morgan Freeman playing Joe Clark in the principal in that movie. He's just like, "What's wrong with you, son?"
Well, I don't want to. I want to segue that into something that Eric always talks about on his channel about the PSA of people drinking and driving and stuff, and that's one thing. Whatever, common sense can go out the window because you get drunk and you have no common sense. Yeah. But one of the worst things nowadays is texting and driving, and I feel like from a standpoint of common sense, that should be one of the things everyone should have instilled in them. You have this machine in front of you, and by machine I mean this little fucking phone that's like better than a lot of computers, and you can do everything. You can text everyone. You're fucking in charge of this vehicle that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pounds. Yeah. You're flying around. You're controlling it. That text message or whatever you have, that can wait until you drive and you go where you need to go and don't crash into people. Yeah. That should be common sense. Goes right out the fucking window because things are more important. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, being alive, being alive's up here, like off the screen. Being not alive is down here. The text message is not in between; it's even lower.
Yeah,
it's amazing how, and I know it's usually like younger people, teens and stuff. But I mean, today I was coming home from the beer store. Coming home from the beer store today, there was someone in the lane next to me. There's the older woman. She's probably around 35, 40, and she's like looking down at something. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, that's just a fucking phone, right? It has to be a phone. I look, she brings it up, it's a phone. She brings it down. Light turns green. Everyone in front of her goes. 3 seconds. I'm looking behind me. I'm like, she's not going, beep, 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 beep. Oh, time to go. Like, just because you're at an intersection doesn't mean you can look at your fucking phone.
Right.
You need to understand what's going on around you. Yeah. That's how things go downhill. And again, it's just common sense, but a lot of people don't have it, man. It's sad.
I pulled up their four-way stop like that before and looked over and seen a police officer doing the same damn thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I see police doing it, and it's like, oh, you're going to pull somebody over when you're doing the same damn thing.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's fucking horrible. I'm glad I haven't seen that because that'd piss me off.
Yeah, I see. What the?
You're supposed to be fucking. It'd be like honestly seeing a fucking officer just like my Budweiser. It's so tasty, and I'm drinking and I'm driving. Be like, wait,
this isn't Super Troopers. You got to actually do this for real.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Release date soon. I can't wait for it. It's like the movie Idiocracy.
You can't like honk or flip them off or anything. You just got to go with it, you know.
Which is
shitty because you get pulled over.
I would almost be tempted to like take a picture of them fucking on their phone and blow them in. I don't want to be the tattletale or the snitch, but at some time it's like if they're doing it, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what else can you do? That's ridiculous.
Well, that's like people that also go to parking lots and they park over the line, like, and it's like they're taking crazy. Those people drive me crazy. I saw a video online where two guys came in. They had like these big ass Jeeps, and they boxed the person in so the person couldn't get in the car. They made him climb in through the back window to move his car, which was freaking awesome.
They deserve that. The worst is when you see those park jobs and there's fucking tons of open spaces everywhere. It's like, why do you need two spaces? Or the guy who has like a fucking huge pickup with like fucking 75-inch rims and he's like, oh, my shit's cool. And he takes up both fucking parking spots on purpose. I just want to kick that guy right in his face and powerbomb him through his fucking own windshield. You don't deserve to be able to drive when you do dumb shit like that. You're no more important than the guy next to you. You're all drivers. Just because you have a car that you're like, I don't want anyone to touch. If you want no one to touch it, park at the fucking back walk your ass.
That's the first time bitches I key the shit out of trucks like that. Screw them bitches taking up 2 parking spaces.
Yeah.
And that same snitch is probably the guy that doesn't even, it probably stays on road all the time, where it's a huge ass wheelie. It doesn't even have a bumper hitch or any kind of hitch to it.
Yeah.
It's probably a kid's truck. You know, talking about a $70,000 ride, and the kid's truck never gets off the road and take up 2 spaces.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the guy need with a 2.5-ton dually, dual turbos and all that crap? I'm not jealous. No, that's pissing me off.
Yeah. Those people like that think they're more important than everyone else. They don't realize that everyone's technically the same. Like it's your car is no more important than this guy's over here. I don't care if it's worth $100,000 more. It's your transportation. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Then he did that to get his paint fixed.
Yeah,
it is, and it's disrespect. It's a lack of respect, and that's, I think, the biggest. When people talk about issues in the world and specifically in the U.S. and stuff, it's like people have a lack of respect or disrespect for other human beings. It's like you're supposed to respect everyone else. Give them the same sort of respect that you expect from them. And this world, if everyone did that, this world would be peachy keen. Obviously,
people don't say excuse me or please or stuff like that.
No,
thanks at the time.
They don't. They don't hold doors open for anybody, and they fucking shut on your face.
I let somebody get in, or they don't wave. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Let me get back in front of you.
Rod, are you trying to get high fives from people? That's a little much.
Yeah.
Let somebody go and you don't have decency to wait. It's like, fuck you ain't getting over next time. I see you again, your ass is in the back of the line.
Yeah. Put somebody.
The arm producers love it though, don't they? Disrespect and stuff like that. So,
yeah. I thought you were going to say something, Eric.
No, I'm coughing up here. I'm having a coughing fit.
I thought you might be getting a little bit too much into that growler, but I was wrong.
Yeah. Hey, I put the growler back.
How much of the brown ale do you have left in the growler?
Pardon me?
How much of the brown ale do you have left in the growler?
Well, I had two beers in here, and it's 64 ounces, so I probably got about 3 or 4 beers left.
So you can work that in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Friday, so he'll work it in 5.
He'll work it in just fine.
Oh, just fine. He might even work in a few other beers like that Czar. It's gonna be a good Friday night, 11:30 bedtime.
The Czar's gonna have its own time, okay?
And it's gonna be reviewed beautifully.
Yeah. It might be reviewed right outside here in my
Daddy,
pantry.
ain't got no job.
Well,
Yeah, so I went out. I picked up some new signs. As Todd noticed, I put some new stuff on the wall there. So I'm actually.
You didn't take the Green Lantern. You said you were gonna take down the Green Lantern one for the Ghost Rider.
I thought I was. I was able to keep it up there. I put up the Ghost Rider. So as a kid, I used to like reading Ghost Rider comics. That was one of my.
I enjoyed
Ghost Rider. I liked a lot of the superheroes that didn't want to be heroes. So like Ghost Rider was one of the comics I used to read. But I picked up some other beer type signs and stuff too. I ended up catching a good deal. There was going out of business sale at one place, like 30% off everything.
You just live in the land of fucking deals. I'm super jealous. I'm super jealous.
But where I don't get the luck is at the casinos, though. That's where I need the luck to have it.
Well, I think I'll take my $3.99 Russian Imperial Stouts by the fucking case over the luck at the casino.
Yeah, right.
Because the luck at the casino catches up with you either way.
But the Ghost Rider ball is kind of interesting. I didn't notice it when I bought it, but it's kind of got like a 3D effect to it, which I didn't notice before. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty much out of wall space now. It's kind of like Terry on Terry's beer reviews that he's in a shed. He's run out of space too over in the UK. I'm like kind of out of space back here.
Add on to the house.
You know, you watch American Pickers enough, like I do, you start thinking those kind of ideas.
American Pickers and DIY, and you're like, I can build that shit.
Yeah.
Screwdriver, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it. I watched it last night. It was on, and it was this one guy had bought a house, and he bought like 2 other houses, and he built tunnels to go to the other houses. And it was just, I mean, I don't even know how you could accumulate all the stuff they accumulate on this show, but this guy had all these stuff in all these different houses. And he had like all these different sports helmets and sports memorabilia, wax museum type stuff. I mean, and he was like, he just went around and started collecting like 30, 40 years ago and just kept going. He was like, he said he had OCD, so he couldn't stop. So
a little bit of a hoarder, it seems.
Yeah, 3 houses. I think he pretty much are.
Did you say he built a tunnel from one to the others?
Yeah,
you could just walk across the ground. It'd be good.
Yeah, I can't. No, I got to go through my fucking underground tunnel. No, you don't.
Yeah, but all the stuff he had was like really cool stuff too. It was like he was hoarding all the right stuff. So he had like with the helmet from the Black Knight and Monty Python. Holy Grail. He had an autograph from the guy that wore the black helmet and stuff.
Not vampire stuff then, where you can't see the light.
I think he had some of that stuff there. Yeah.
Now, Rod, you said he was hoarding all the right stuff. All hoarders believe they're hoarding the right stuff. Regardless of what it is. I need all the toilet paper. No, you don't. You don't need all the
like walking through a hoarder's house and I stepped in some bologna or something.
It's only a problem, Joe, if you wad it up and throw it in the corner.
Right. Yeah, no. Why are you hoarding toilet paper? Because everyone shoots. Oh, okay. I guess that's a good thing. I don't understand.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's great though. If you've ever seen any of those hoarders episodes, they have a explanation for everything they have in their house, and it's just it drives me crazy. Like, why don't you throw that out? Because I like it. Well, you can get rid of it, but it might be worth money. It's not worth anything, but it's worth something to me. Okay, I'm done. Like after 4 times talking about a specific object and you don't want to get rid of it, then I guess you're just gonna keep it. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's like you see them, they have like 40 cats. Like, who the hell is cleaning a litter box around here?
Exactly.
There is no litter box. The living room is for that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's what the bed is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to go to grandma's house. You know
You just sweep that shit to the side. It's good. Yeah. It's all good.
I took a nap last time. The cat was pissing on my forehead. No, I'm not going.
It's okay. It's recyclable.
Recycling.
Purify that. And make a cup of coffee.
Smells like Simcoe House.
I'm a brewer.
Yeah, I'm a brewer. I really like that cat. I like that cat urine aroma. You mean Simcoe? Oh, I like the cat urine.
I don't know if you're going to sell cat urine or not. I don't even Walmart's going to pick that one up.
Cat ear and IPA.
No, there's seriously people that people have gotten cat urine as an actual aroma description from hops like Simcoe because they give off that like sulfur like vibe, and I'm just like, dude, if I got that in an IPA, probably not drinking it. Just saying, probably not. I'm like, I'm probably not
Exactly.
I'm glad until this point I haven't gotten it. They're like, I'm getting a catty aroma. And I'm like, does that mean like cat piss? Or you just smell like a cat? But either way, I'm not gonna try that one out. They're like, oh, it has this ammonia vibe to it, and I'm like, oh, really? I get it.
I also wasn't read properly.
Yeah. Like ammonia isn't good in small places. You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm like, hopefully it's just in the aroma.
Yeah.
What up, bitch?
Speaking of a cat person.
What up, bitch?
We
Segue.
Segway. What up, bitch?
Segway.
What up, you Sasquatch-looking motherfucker?
He's got a bunch of cats running around in his house.
Yeah, I threw all the bitches outside.
He's talking.
Excellent.
He's talking about the cats, I think.
Yeah. No, you might have put it in the hole. Who knows?
Well, the rest are in the cellar. So.
Yeah.
Lotion in the basket. Lotion in the
my
basket.
midnight snacks. Yeah.
The best
My sex
story
life
is
and my eating habits.
the best part is the story Paul had last night. He's like, I had no lights on when I came home, and I thought a cat was trying to come into my house, and I picked it up and I threw it outside, and then I quickly realized that wasn't a cat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there was
what
this
the fuck?
animal that was like right next to me, and it was getting in my house, and I was like, "Fucking cat," you know. And then I saw it move by me, so I reached out, I picked it up. You fucking thing, get out of here! And I threw it outside. And I shut the door. I'm like, that was like twice the size of a fucking cat, and it had really
Your beer's
rough,
exploding.
gnarly fur. Yeah, that's all right. It had really rough, gnarly fur. I'm like, I think I just chucked a raccoon out of my house.
Luckily, it wasn't a skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think you might have known.
Yeah, you would have known pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It would have smelled like the best IPA you've ever had.
Yeah.
He's on his
I was
German.
like, oh,
Oh, Paul would have been like a new cologne.
Paul would have been like, is this Corona?
someone set up
His German beer buzz again. Look,
Oh, you got a nice one there, Paul.
Oh, you're drinking the Strangler. The roast.
What beer is that, Paul?
This is the Axen
Schenker.
Kalabia from Bamberg, Germany. This is the Märzen. And then I
Is
have
the
some
Märzen?
Bock.
God damn, I can barely hear him.
Oh, that's the one I like right there, the green one.
Is your mic still not fixed? Is it the same headset?
No, I'm poor.
I guess we need that go.
I'm poor.
Jesus Christ, Paul, do you want me to send you $50 fucking so you can get a better mic?
They're that much? Jesus Christ.
Well, no, Eric said he would send you 50 bucks.
You gotta
I
hear.
no, you might.
Doesn't even
Fine,
price
fine, fine.
Eric, how much you send me a mic because my mic sucks? $50? $50?
Your mic's fine, Paul.
Or $20 or however much they cost now.
Paul
The
just
less
likes
you can hear me,
to troll
the
us.
less the better it is. So
You know, Paul, I probably have some from my last iPhone I will put in the mail and send to you.
excellent.
Is it
And he
headphones?
also sent you a nice,
It's those
frosty
Apple
St.
earbuds.
Ides. Some St. Ides, too. Make sure you get him St.
It's
Ides.
beer money. At the end of the day, it's beer money. Come on.
Paul needs to do a malt liquor video. I don't think he's ever
Paul's
done
like
one.
I'm broke, but he just spent like how much in Detroit on beer?
Oh, jeez.
See, he's the to the liquor store already.
He was hovering his camera over, and he's like, "Here's a case. Here's a case. Here's a case." I'm like, "Oh God! All right, I don't need to know."
Yeah. One beer, what'd you call it? The hack and spitting stuff?
Box out of a Lansing rod.
Yeah.
He took a whole box of beer out of East Lansing.
Two boxes.
2 boxes.
Did you take 2 boxes?
Yeah.
2 boxes and a shoe box.
No, 2 box. 2 box.
Because I remember the 1 box out of the one store. I don't remember
2
the
box.
No, there was a box from the one store and a box from the next store.
Were they doppel box?
There was a box.
Yeah, double
box.
box.
Triple box?
2 boxes.
Boxes of
This is like the whole who's on first thing.
Just to round it up, when I came home, I have a case of drinky beer, and I have 87 review beers.
87.
Jesus Christ, Paul!
Wait, call it 87?
Yeah, there's 87. I counted them just because I wanted to know how many beers I had.
Probably look at your credit card statement and
This is a
find out
Netflix
real
like you a
quickly.
bin from back to back to back reviews.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, you're
87 days worth. That's 3 months of back to back.
Paul, you're set for
Well, for most people, for Paul, it's like a week.
yeah, it's like 3 weeks or so, give or take.
It's good.
Depends how shitty
Good
my
stuff.
days are.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the plan
They're
is
all
one
shit- they're
review
all
a night.
shitty.
Yeah, they're all shitty. So Paul is going to review like a 6-pack a night. It's cool. No big deal.
Well, the funny thing is that out of 87 beers, 87 of them is going to be a 9 out of 10. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Because you buy beers you
So that
like.
means
So
you really
that's how I
need
know.
nobody.
That's why we need Eric to send you some St. Ides so we can maybe get like an 8.5 out of 10 in
Hey,
there.
it was there for him to have, and he didn't pick it up.
Well, you need to send it to him. That's the thing. Paul will never like actually buy it himself or
No,
leave
I
it
can
at
go
the store
get
with
it.
malt
I
liquor.
know where I can get it. Yeah, I can get
Yeah,
it
you need to
myself.
force it on him. You need to be like, oh, here's 2 great beers and St. Ides.
Mhm. I think St. Ides is $2.
So for Paul, they're all
Yeah.
B pluses.
Yeah,
You know, Paul, he gave me a discount on that St. Ides.
yeah, he felt sorry for you. There's a
Yeah,
reason.
he finally rip on it 2 cases, so we're gonna give you a discount.
You should have told me you were going to review it. You might have got it for free.
I should have. He would have been like, okay, sir, you get it for free.
Mhm. That was his
That's a
Pakistani.
That's what he sounded like. He had that
I
thick.
needed these
Oh,
lenses.
So you know what this is? This is a perfect segue into Craig. What are you drinking?
I'm just on this last
Craig's
one.
like,
of
Jesus Christ.
the, no, that's all
He's
right.
got kebab shops. He knows all about it.
Yeah.
Oh, the cloud water. Yep.
I'm on that now. Yeah, the third one. I might do a review of this in a minute.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Is that KBS behind you, Craig?
What is it?
Yeah, that's right. You got the. Yeah,
I'll breed
it's
him
a
only.
6-pack.
Does
What
he
is
have
that?
KBS back there?
He's got KBS behind him.
He's got a
Does he?
4-pack holder. He's not.
It's
Yeah.
a 4-pack.
It's just a holder.
Oh,
Nothing in it.
Oh, it's just a holder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't
Yeah, I
listen.
noticed something
Yeah.
at one point.
He came close, but the closest he got was the 4-pack holder. No, you've had it before, right, Craig?
Yeah, he's got
I've got them downstairs.
Yeah. It's an all right beer.
I've had. Yeah, I mean, the first year I had it, it was like first one ever. I was like, wow, what's that?
Well, what did you get over there? Trillium or Treehouse or whatever?
You got Trillium, and you can fuck
Yeah,
right
you
off.
can
I love
over
you,
here.
Craig.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that was just a lucky
Oh, just lucky.
Jake.
Him and fucking Jake are reviewing. They're going back. Oh, no, this is we're not trying to be assholes. But Trillium Eldorado couldn't tell. Oh, fucking 97 out of 100. Wow, everywhere.
That's what happens when you do credit card commercials with Tina Fey. I mean, you know.
I didn't want to mention it. So.
I love it though. In his actual review with the Trillium, the first Trillium beer, they're like, "Oh, we're not trying to brag, guys." And I'm like, "No, you're not." Yeah, but you know, you
are.
But you are. But you're not. But you are. Jake, I see you.
It's just
Jake,
a
I see
review.
you're bragging. No.
I was just
Fucking
like,
good beers for a reason.
I'm
They
trying
have
to
hype
play.
on them, but they're good.
I'm trying to play it down, but it obviously didn't work. So
No, it's fucking good. They make good stuff.
yeah, no, it's good.
Huh.
Right, let's move on. I'm not talking about it anymore.
I want to talk about Trillium and your experiences, Craig. Do we got about 25 minutes?
Well,
What's it taste like, Craig? Is it
Well, the
smooth?
first time did
Would
you
you-
have it? Did your pants stick to your leg when you got up? A little bit?
Yeah.
No, it was already stuck to my leg. So
Oh. Well, that's better.
yeah. Yeah, the mouthfeel was amazing. But the best mouthfeel in a beer I've probably ever had in that style. But I mean, as I mentioned in the review of this is like, although it's not in that style, it looks it, but it's not. It's supposed to be a West Coast. It's like, well, okay. This is a little bit more kind of sharper on the bitterness, and most of their Trillium beers were very kind of smooth.
Uh-huh.
A little bit lower in the flavour, but the mouthfeel kind of made up for it, if that makes sense. Whereas these kind of beers are very big in the mouth, in the flavours. They're a little bit sharper in the bitterness and the general mouthfeel. That makes sense.
Not to make like a big deal about it or anything, but it's one of those. There's a lot of breweries like this. If you haven't had a beer from the brewery until you try it yourself, you kind of don't understand what you're saying. Like people be like, "Oh, mouthfeel, whatever, body, who cares, right?" Except for Paul, because if anything's fucking lower than full body, he'll choke you to death. One of those things where you just don't understand how much the body and mouthfeel of a beer cannot kind of like make the beer itself. Like it's one of those things where the flavor is good, it's not overwhelming. But the body and mouthfeel like make up for that lack of flavor and make it something that's unique and very tasty. If you haven't had a beer from Trillium, I don't think you 100% know what you honestly mean. I do. I've had it. People who've had it, they understand. But you can be like, well, what's the difference between this and this? They're kind of the same thing, and it's like, not really. They kind of are, but not really.
It's difficult to explain, like you say, unless you've tried these things. I mean, I actually prefer other half beers brewing.
Really, you do
to Trillium, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I've only tried a handful, 2 or 3 of those, but this year, can't try to compare them. I think they were generally the best one. That's just me, though. Everyone's different.
It's a shame that Samuel Adams blows both of those breweries away.
Yeah.
Well, don't talk shit. Don't talk shit. I've had a Trillium. The dialed in one, and there was another one. I forgot what it is. They were sent to me from somebody up north there because it's around Rod's area, if I'm not mistaken.
Very nice of them.
It's a very silver can with the really thick label on it.
You said
one was dialed in. I forget the name.
Dialed in is I think they brewed that as their anniversary beer, but then they've done it. Yeah,
that's the common one. I've had that, and one more, and I forget. I did a quote review at one point of them. I suck at reviews, but I had a couple of them sent down from a guy up there, 8-Bit Chicken. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him. Anyway, it's not important. But no, those are great beers.
They are
great beers.
They are, but the problem is that, and I mean, I think we're all. Not all of us, but some of us will get into the whole thing where hype kind of dictates how you feel about a beer. Oh. And if a brewery becomes hyped and you haven't had it, it's automatically shit to you because you're like, well, all these people are fucking wrong and stupid, and how can it be the best beer? And then you try it and you're like, wait, maybe they're not that stupid. Maybe they are good. Some of them are overhyped. Some of them are just enough, and some are way underhyped.
I'd never heard of it before I tried it, and so I actually had the product before I'm hearing the hype, and I thought it was a delicious beer, but then again, I've had some homebrewers send me some things that I thought were pretty damn impressive. Again, I'm not a reviewer, so I don't know. I mean, y'all are buying bottles that are $5 and $6 $3.30 and or more. Y'all are buying like $20 bombers and whatever, and I haven't experienced all those. I don't have the budget or the interest in it, to be very honest. But no, it sounds great. It sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds expensive, though.
Yeah, they can definitely be costly. As you know, but I get deals, so I'm just
you chuckle, but you spend least money.
It
can be expensive.
It's becoming tougher. I think actually Paul has the right idea. I know, crazy, right? Paul having a great idea. Paul has a lot of great ideas, not necessarily right ones. But like going to Detroit, he's just like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna buy what I want, and then we'll deal with it later. Because if you sit there and you actually purchase stuff and you keep on like a running tab, you just want to kind of like take out a pocket knife and stab yourself to death, because it's one of those things where it's like you're spending so much money and you're like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and you're not realizing, oh, there's $6, there's $10, there's $15, and you just, if you sit there and actually pour over everything, it's fucking crazy expensive. A lot of these beers are awesome, and I love to drink them.
A lot of overpriced though.
Yeah, so a lot of places price.
I bet
I give you an example, like some of the best beers in the Northeast. We talk about the Trillium and the Tree Houses, whatever, right? So they're really good. You go to the brewery, and most of their 4-packs are anywhere from between $16 and $20, which is expensive, but it is the price point or whatever the market value for those type of beers. People have no problem paying that. They sell out every day. That's how it works. There's a brewery in New York, and Paul has had them before, and maybe even Craig, I don't know, but they're Single Cut Beersmiths. They make really good fucking beers. Really good beers.
Yeah.
They have 16-ounce cans. They show up here. They're $7 to $8.
I've seen a few reviews of
I've
that
bought
brewery.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. If you take that and put it into a 4-pack, that's if you take like what you typically do out of because singles are more expensive. Let's say you take 50 cents off each can or $1. $24 to $32 is a 4-pack of like a 5% IPA. Like you know,
that's killing me. No, hell no. I just okay. For example, now this is your do it your damn self, but it's probably not as super yummy as the ones that you're talking about. Here's an Imperial IPA. It's the one that you do. It's got some special pale, medium crystal, some carapils, special B. It's for a 5-gallon batch. It's going to be at 8.27%. It's $32. It's for 5 gallons. You're talking about 48 bottles. 48 330 ml bottles.
You have to understand. Like,
I know. I'm just saying. That's why I can't see. That's why I can't see spending that incredible money for a 6-pack of beer, a 4-pack of beer.
The thing is, though, if you want that style of beer right then, you're not gonna wait a month to brew it.
I know. I mean. I'm sure those are much better than what I'm producing here at the house, but I can't see paying that much, you know.
Well, what I usually do is I have a beer like that, and I find the beer that I really like, and then after I spend the money and I know I love it, then I find a clone recipe, then I make it.
Yeah,
so I only have to buy it once.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Draco, and I agree. I mean, like home brewing obviously is one of the most cost-effective way to enjoy. I mean, you can brew whatever you want. Yeah. Like Paul's saying, you can. Sure. If you love a beer,
and take your side too. I'm just saying, it's just way cheaper.
Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Like single cut. If you, I mean, I find it difficult to pay $16 to $20 a 4-pack. So when I see a beer, like I walked into the beer store today and they had a single cut Beersmiths beer called Jim is Working Hard. It's a session IPA. It's 4.6%. It was $6 for a 16-ounce can. I'm like,
session IPA.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a session IPA and it's $6, and I'm like. Of course, everyone's buying it because it's single cut and they make good stuff. But I'm like, I'm sorry, but I just that's ridiculous. It's a session IPA, and it's $22 to $24 a 4-pack. I'm like, my favorite session IPA probably is the Firestone Walker Easy Jack. I can go get a 6-pack of that for $10. I'm gonna go do that if I want a session IPA. You know,
that's fair.
I can get Founders for $8.39.
Or all day you can get those fucking. You can get the all day.
That's my price range.
What's the all day cans? 15 packs for $15.
You have to figure.
Yeah, a 15-pack for $15. What it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the best thing is if you buy these beers, if you're a home brewer and you buy some of these beers and they're live fermented, like the fermented, like the live, there's yeast in the bottom, you can cultivate that to actually completely clone your beer.
That's how a lot of people are getting clones of these New England style IPAs. They're taking the tree houses and the trilliums and just cultivating the yeast and going, okay. A lot of people did that with Hetty to begin with. Like Hetty Topper was one of them.
Hetty was the big one, and the Alchemist was another one. Yeah,
well,
the Alchemist, Hetty Topper. Yeah.
A lot of people used to do Pliny too. Pliny the Elder. They would, back.
That can be a bit tricky because it's not always what they ferment with as a yeast, as what they bottle with as a yeast. Right. Yeah, so it's whatever you get and what they bottle. They bottle with because they kind of separate them. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I got a quad right now that's been aging on bourbon that I brewed that I fermented in a pumpkin from back last year. But I'm gonna bottle it. But I'm probably using I'm gonna use like a champagne yeast or something like that when I bottle it to give it the carbonation. Because it's been sitting for so long, there's no yeast viable right now.
Right.
So liven up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm like I said earlier, like we are in the the golden age of beer. Like it doesn't matter where you live for the most part, and you can go anywhere and you can get good beer and you can get really good, well-priced beer. But a lot of these places seem to be price gouging, whether it's the shop or the distributor or the place themselves. And you can tell I love single cuts beers, but for me to have to pay $24 a 4-pack of your session IPA is absurd. It's absurd.
It's taking the piss somewhere along the line.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It just can't take that much to produce, especially on such a grand scale, because they're making it in huge amounts. So everything is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper the more you make of it.
Well,
and they're still charging the amounts that they're doing. It just doesn't take that much to make that beer.
All your ingredients are tax write-off anyway because you needed to buy them to make the beer. So that's tax write-off. You know what I mean?
That's true, but at this point, the one thing that I will say
is that true?
I think so.
Well, for I think for some states, that like in New York State, you start a brewery, you get fucking all kinds of crazy grants and stuff. I don't know, but I will say this: with so many craft breweries around the world, it is becoming very hard to procure certain ingredients, more specifically, high demand hops. And I get where there can be a price increase because look, I want to brew my beer with mosaic hops. Well, everyone wants fucking mosaic hops. So it's like you get in bidding competitions, you got to procure some kind of contract where you have to pay so much. I can get how it can raise, but to walk into a place and someone tell me that a session IPA is $24 a 4-pack. Oh no, just no. There's other session IPAs, even if they're not as good, they're half the price and they're going to be awesome. So it's going to become a time where people, again, we talked about the common sense thing earlier on.
The words of my Morgan Freeman joke, Clark, are you stupid, son?
I wish Morgan Freeman would pop up at my local beer store and say exactly that to these people. But these people are buying it, and it's one of those things where a lot of them, they're well off. They don't care. They don't blink an eye at a $5-6 can of beer. But at some point, it's going to come to a point where even the people who do have money and they don't really blink an eye, they're going to be like, holy shit! At some point, $7, $8, $9 for a single can of something that's less than $5. Like, it's not feasible. There's a lot of price gouging and just a lot of people call it market value, but at some point,
people in the market are paying it. So.
Well, yeah. At some point, though, that market value is gonna max out.
That market will dwindle.
And demand,
and then they won't rebuy. You know what I mean? They're buying a one-time
just
deal.
taking a piss.
Yeah.
But
I like Craig's answer to everything. Taking a piss. That is the way to live life. They're all taking the piss.
Bothered, and they're all taking the piss.
Not to belittle your another point again, but Eric, do you know where Mount Clemens, Michigan is?
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Is that near you?
Yeah, or no, it's about 2.5. It's farther than Detroit is for me.
Okay.
About like 2.5 hours.
So yesterday, a car collided with a beer truck. Guess what beer truck it was?
Christ.
Bud Light.
The same driver.
No,
I think they're all drinking and driving.
What is it with Bud Light drivers and getting in car accidents? Not that I care for Bud Light. I mean, Bud Light's a good college beer for kids to get drunk on.
I was going to say they're sending all that filtered water to Flint, Michigan.
I'll put it right here.
It's horrible.
Look at it. It's just sitting in the grass.
Jesus, man. Holy.
Look at that car.
It ripped off the front of the car.
Jeez.
Good Lord, man.
Did they fancy being killed by
look, the door's gone. Holy shit.
We're laughing, but they probably died. So that's
hopefully not.
God.
But
hopefully not.
I'm not too good.
Drivers being the worst ones.
Yeah, I hope he survived and he got a case of Light for his troubles.
What a way to go.
Yeah, that's just
hey, can you zoom in on that car?
Oh, you want me to zoom in on the car?
Yeah.
Why? Do you know the license plate or something?
Yeah, right.
The car's screwed up.
Right.
That was a co-worker.
Hold on.
I have questions.
Eric's
well, if my company has a plant in Mount Clemens, something's up.
Well, maybe they were traveling for.
They'd pull me out of the rack and be like, "I'm so sorry, I hit you. You can drink all this Bud Light." I'd be like, "Just kill me.
Just kill me now.
Kill me now. Run me back over. I'm fine."
Well, it looks like the Cavs in somewhat good shape, so they might have survived.
Wow.
There's a side,
or maybe not.
Well,
they did that. There were any injuries or not, but again, it's another Bud Light truck.
It's unclear. Really? Was it no one driving then, or what? You know,
was nobody driving?
Was it a drone car?
Oh yeah, no, they were driving.
Huh? Well, they were
damaged in a crash. Now, maybe she was texting or he was texting. Whoever was driving the car, I don't know, but again, it's a Bud Light truck.
How can it be unclear?
Well, I don't know. The reporter didn't get that part of the story, I guess.
He got drunk.
Gross-Beck Highway. I've heard of Gross-Beck.
Yeah. They were giving out free cases to everyone on the scene.
So you know Grossbeck and Rose Street?
I've heard
Not
of
them, though.
Grossbeck. I haven't heard of Rose.
Outside the
Wow,
Stool.
that's bad.
Yeah.
I hate seeing that. It's bad.
It is bad. See, that's why Craig's here. Levels it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad.
I was trying to.
Yeah, when we were talking about Bud Light drivers earlier, Paul, that's why I was like, man.
Hey, by the way, look what happened here.
Again.
That Bud
there's never
that Bud was heavy.
Yeah, that wasn't light at all, that Bud.
It's like where's a Founders truck that randomly just crashes somewhere in Michigan?
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Or a Bell's.
Yeah, or Bell's. So, you know, and just Two Hearted all over the freeway. Where's the Two Hearted?
My fucking luck is I would run across a tipped over Bell's truck, and it would be nothing but Oberon, the worst beer in the fucking world.
Hey, you had a chance to pick it up when you were here, Paul.
Wait, you don't like Oberon?
Yeah, but Bell's, you'd hear that coming anyway. So
yeah, you
don't like
you'd hear that.
Paul, what are you saying? You don't like Oberon? You give it an 8.5?
Oh, Eric, you're in good shape this year for football season.
Yeah.
Miller Lite became a partner of the Lions.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
Hey, Thanksgiving, I'll be there.
All you're doing is driving away Calvin Johnson even more.
Well, fuck Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson said.
He's like, I'm gonna retire because the Lions are shit.
He's like, Barry.
I don't know that, Calvin. Thanks for telling us.
Yeah, it's like we already know that. Yeah, fucking stop being a douche.
I wonder if Barry called him up. Like, you think I didn't do the same thing?
Yeah, Barry's like, I've been dealing with this shit my entire career. I used to run for like 7,000 yards, and we still didn't make the playoffs. Damn it!
Or if we did, we got blown the fuck out.
Yeah, we lost by like 48 points.
And he only made the playoffs one time when Fonts was the coach. They made
Oh, dude, Wayne Fonts.
I think they lost in the first round now.
Wayne must stay. Wayne must go. No, wait a minute. Wayne must stay.
Brent Perryman and fucking Herman Moore and all those guys.
Herman Moore, look at that.
Johnny Morton.
Yeah.
And you know, all we hang our hat on is Joe is, hey, we made the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, well, you sound like
we didn't win because we got blown the fuck out by the Washington Redskins.
The Bills and Lions have a lot in common. They had greedy old owners that basically ran their team into the ground, but they always held their hat on the old AFL days. That's basically what the Bills and Lions had for them. We won a championship in 1953. That's 64 years ago. I know, but we won it. It's like, okay.
The way they're set up with revenue sharing, they don't have to win because they get money from everybody else.
Bambino or whatever.
What's that, Paul?
I said they're almost equivalent to the curse of Babe Ruth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you're almost equivalent to that. So
here's the other picture I'll show you guys.
And it's like, do you realize when you won that AFL, that wasn't the NFL? That was like, there's still the AFL and the NFL, and then they merged. It was like before the merger, so it was like half the good teams were in another league.
You didn't actually go up against the A teams.
Oh.
You went up against the C teams.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, there's a reason why everyone thought the NFL was superior to the AFL, because it was.
If the Lions ever win a Super Bowl while I'm alive, I'm going to fucking Detroit and I'm partying with everybody else. Is that fucking count?
Are you gonna do what I was gonna say? Are you gonna do what those Bruins do, the Boston Bruins? Are you gonna destroy it even more than it already is?
We won the cup. Let's burn everything. That's not the way to go about things.
Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna burn anything. All I'm saying is Detroit.
Not on camera.
Well, the funniest thing is,
right?
Boston loses.
We saw you on Riot Show saying you were gonna burn something down, sir.
Come knocking on your door.
Here's the other Bud Light crash.
You know how funny? Here's the other Bud Light crash. There's more than one Bud Light crash this week.
But at least this guy took off the road, right? So he's off the road.
That's more.
But seriously, why is it Bud Light?
Like the damn beer just fell out of the truck.
He couldn't stop. He ran off the road. You know how you got the things when trucks are out of control to go up the hill?
Oh, yeah, the same.
So that's what he did. The weight of the beer came out the back of the door.
But why is it always Bud Light? Why is it not Miller, Coors, or why isn't it Budweiser? Why is it always?
Well, you're thinking they're buying these companies. There's some craft beer ones in there.
Well, or anything but Bud Light. Just something else.
There's all the people trying to steal the beer while it's on the ground.
Oh, look at
Bud Light is like 40% of the highest beer. That's the thing.
Area, no one wants it.
42,001.
That's my point.
Where the fuck is a Heineken truck with Lagunitas? That's what I want. That's what I want.
It wasn't even overturned. It just all fell out the back, huh? The truck is still upright. It was just go up the incline. That's
hit the fucking runaway truck ramp and the doors busted open because everything fucking went that way.
I don't even know what the street value is for 42,100.
That's quite a steep.
How much?
There's a car
That's
coming
quite
up
a steep
behind
grade.
you.
There's no love lockers there.
It was
how much?
42,100 pounds of Bud Light.
Probably $18.
But look, this car here was like going to help.
The car coming up behind him, yeah.
They're getting back on the road down here. They're going
Look at the other one. It's like, what the hell?
This fucking car over the car over there looks like that guy's pulling off the side of the road. He's gonna climb the fucking wall and go get his Bud Light because he knows.
This one guy, he's all for it. He's coming right up there.
There's got to be some unopened 16-ounce cans in here, or bottles.
It's got to be like, it's probably like $1 a pound.
Yeah. Like, what's
The aluminum is worth more.
Yeah. And there's some natty and there's some natty daddy there.
Yeah, there's some natty daddies in there.
Oh boy, what goes first, the Bud Light or the natty?
There's some natty daddies in there, boys.
Well, see now this can become a scene because you're gonna get the people up there that like natty, the people up there that get Bud Light. There's gonna be a fucking fight live in front of the fucking beer truck that spilled over. No, I'm
like
gonna take the natty.
Ford GM. It's gonna be Bud Light Natty Daddy. Fist fights everywhere. Go, go, go.
It's like there's some natural ice down there towards the bottom.
Yeah, some of that down there too. Yeah.
Good eye. Good eye.
Says we'll wait until we're drunk and then we'll.
Eric knows his macros.
See,
I know my macros, boys.
I don't see.
Actually,
I think
the funny thing is, the guy at my work was like, "I like natural ice." He said, "Have you ever had Natty Daddy?" And he goes, "No. What's that?" And I said, "It's 8%, and in the South, it's 6.5. You can get both versions. Believe me, I know. Someone told me."
yeah. You should have linked him instantly to Eric's channel and been like, "This man knows all."
This man knows shit.
You get those 2 for $3 for what? 24-ounce can.
Now, did they specify in this fucking article about it not being just Bud Light? Because I feel there's a little bit of
No.
They didn't specify there's any natural ice in here. They just said Bud Light. They're lying to us.
Bud Light, Natty Daddy, and natural ice.
Well, I think it's the same thing. It's just different cans.
Yeah.
I don't, because you don't see any red Budweiser in there.
You don't see any red Bud in there.
Yeah,
no, it's all blue.
Everything's under 4%.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the natural ice.
Yeah, natural ice isn't, or Natty Light rather.
Well, what's the percentage on Natty Light and natural ice?
Natural
like
light
5,
is 4.2.
I think
I wanna
ice
say
is 5 something. I think.
What's that?
I think the light is not the light, but the Natty Ice is like 5 something.
5.9, I think. And then the Natty Daddy.
Yeah. Interesting stuff there. Yeah.
Oh, so they said 42,000 pounds of beer, so they didn't specify Bud Light. They just said beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then they got that wrong too.
Alcoholic water.
Oh yeah.
What are you drinking? What does everyone drink? It pulls on the fucking Doppelbock of the
I'm on the oak smoked Doppelbock.
I had the Doppelbock.
Todd, I saw you took down
Colorado where this happened, so
I saw you took down Doom this evening, Tad.
Todd had some Doom.
Tad had some Doom and
what did you think?
Unfortunately, he had some Doom and some Gloom because it's not very good. But unfortunately, he had it, and I thought it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what it used to be.
Todd liked it.
Eric?
What's that?
What?
I thought Eric liked Doom a little bit.
Yeah, it was all right. I thought that.
I think I remember him telling me in the fucking bottle shop, "Don't buy that. It's shit."
I didn't. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah, whoa.
I didn't say it was shit. I just said they should never bourbon barrel age an IPA.
And then I said, "Oh, don't worry. This year they fucked it up because in 2013 or whatever it was, they did it correctly because it was like bourbon and orange juice. It was like an alcoholic breakfast in my face. You know what I mean? So this year, guess what? You fucked it up. And guess what? Eric thinks it's shit. Keep your fucking people happy, bastards, or I'll cut you.
Well, that had a little hype behind it. Do you think it's overhyped on that one?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was. I will say I didn't care for it.
Well, again, you got to keep the hype in perspective because the beer was hyped when it was originally released because in 2013, was it 13, Paul, or 14 when they released it?
I think it was 13.
Well, I mean, back then, how many bourbon barrel aged IPAs were there? Not many.
I remember I actually
one probably.
Yeah, that and maybe a few other like smaller ones. And now there's
I got a bottle of it. Actually, I didn't know what it was, and I was like, "Oh, Doom, that's a great fucking name for a beer." Because I'm thinking about fucking NES, Doom, all that cool Super Nintendo, and and it's a cool name anyway. So I do a beer review of it. I reviewed the fucking thing, and I'm like, "Oh, this is."
I remember.
And I remember
that Doom right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that Doom Dustin Rose Doom.
Hey, you have to remember, only kids play games. I'll just tell you what. The one thing is, I remember because the first comment I got on that video was Joe yelling at me of how limited and awesome that's supposed to be, and I should have shared it with him. And I'm like,
is that what I said?
I didn't fucking know. Yeah,
it was back then. Like I said, it's the one thing people have to keep in mind with hype nowadays is that a lot of it is unjustified. I mean, you talk about KBS nowadays. Is KBS a good beer? Yes. The hype behind it.
Fuck no.
Well, no, but the hype behind it. People like to carry over the hype from 5 years ago for that same beer. I'm sorry, but KBS hyped in 2012 and 13, sure, because the sheer amount of bourbon barrel aged coffee, chocolate, imperial stouts,
there was nothing
very limited, especially with founders who had a decent distribution footprint. Right now, 4 or 5 years later, it shouldn't have the same hype because there are better barrel aged beers, let alone imperial stouts, locally that people have.
I'll give you a good example.
Just how it works.
About a month ago, Founders KBS for $21.99 was on the shelf. Right next to it was Feuerbachers. Yeah, it's German. You're supposed to say V. Feuerbachers.
Michigan's best brewer.
Shut up. Finally legal. That's a thing for our buddy Greg because he's an idiot. Finally legal. Their bourbon barrel aged beer with cacao nibs and vanilla. It's 13.5 alcohol by volume. It was $11.99 a 4-pack. So that's literally $10 off at least. You know what I mean? Or it's $10 off, and it's even more ABV, and it's better.
It's like anything else when it comes to styles. When you only have a few breweries doing a certain style and people like that style, but they can only get so much of it, the hype increases. I mean, we go back to earlier when Craig was talking about Trillium and all these New England style IPAs. They're still at the top of their game, and they still have a lot of hype, but there's a lot of places across the country locally that are making almost comparable New England style. Yeah, even look at like I mentioned with Craig before, Cloudwater over there, who's drinking right now, Centennial. They're doing awesome New England style IPAs, and they're in fucking UK.
Old New England. Old New England.
Yeah, it's old New England, old new.
Yeah, old new.
It's but the oldest.
I think my thing is with KBS, I think people like to talk about the hype, but I don't think there's that much hype about KBS that much anymore.
I don't know. There were people still lining up for it when it came.
Well, the thing is, they act like there's the hype. They act like there is.
There's
but
there's
a big fucking fuss and get everybody riled up. But
it's manufactured hype by almost the consumers because it's still on the shelves at some places.
It's still on the shelf. Don't worry if you don't get
it. It's a mystique of it. It's a mystique of a beer.
Yeah, it's a good beer, but for a lot of people, it's not worth the price point. And then, like I said, you can get better local beers.
It seemed like when I was in Michigan, it was on like outside in a big bin, like a shopping cart. It says, $1 take it for free. Like it was like that's how easy it was.
That sounds like it was more in fucking Cincinnati, Ohio, or maybe Kentucky. If there's a deal like that, Rod's finding it. So I feel like Rod's going to show up.
And Eric said they found some deals where they were at East Lansing.
Yeah, Paul, you were the one who said, "Hey, there's $4.99 bombers right here."
Yeah,
Val Smith, My Bloody Valentine, which is
fantastic. I was pissed off because. In PA, something that never hit my area was Selena, which is their
Victory
Dark Saison. Victory's Dark Saison.
Right.
And around here, the Dark Saison would probably be about $11.99 to $13.99 a bottle on my shelf. in Lansing, Michigan. It was $4.99 a bottle.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You gonna buy one?" I'm like, "Fuck them." Because if
How
it
dare
wasn't
you,
on
Paul.
my shelf in PA, you go fuck yourself.
But it's not Victor's
then,
fault.
right
It's
after
your
that-
shitty. It's your
That was
shitty
like
town.
When I got it, it's not there. and
It's
I
a
got
college town, Paul.
Yeah. And you have to look at it like this, Paul. You can't blame Victory. Your town's just shitty, or at least the beer distributor.
Target market.
I'm talking about
Your
driving
town isn't in their target
numerous
market.
places around the fucking area, like not a lot of places.
Where?
And then we saw the mother pucker from Weyerbacher, which I've never seen here. So I was like,
Weyerbacher?
oh, mother punched them in the fucking
Yeah.
face. Go fuck
Yeah, Weyerbacher was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, they have some good beers.
What did you go and review, Craig? Nope. Go ahead.
Nothing. No, I just.
He was doing a wank.
Hey, Rod, why
hard
don't you
wank.
send me next time you're in your beer
Unbelievable.
store? Why don't you send me that ice beer that you said was you've never seen before?
Which
Ice
one?
House special?
That what was it that? Now I got to go back through my
Oh, was
Facebook
that
messages.
was when I was looking at Mickey's Big Mouth and all that stuff in the malt liquor side.
No, it wasn't ice beer. It started with a B. You said you'd never seen it before.
Yeah, it was out of the same side. It was burger ice.
Yeah, burger ice. Yeah.
What the fuck? Is that like beer 30? I don't understand. Burger ice? What is happening?
There's a brewery called Burger Brewery,
The beer
and they
30
make a
beer 30
burger into burger ice.
You know what? For some reason, I was already there. I already knew that.
Did you have burger ice before?
No. That's. I'm pretty sure everyone in this fucking chat didn't even know what burger ice was until
I didn't know when I saw it.
Hey, when I had that ask the subscribers, they said, "Hey, review more crappy beer." So I'm guessing that's a crappy beer.
Yeah, it wasn't a malt liquor side.
Well, you reviewed Doom. What else?
You could be a malt liquor Monday for.
Well, you got to do the DKML so you can piss off the malt liquor drinkers and the craft beer drinkers.
Malt liquor Monday's gonna be.
Oh my god! Now wait a minute. How am I going to piss off two demographics in one video?
Well, nobody knows if it's craft or if it's malt liquor. It's kind of confusing for people.
Yeah, no, it's crafty malt liquor.
Yeah.
Crafty malt liquor. There you go.
Don't worry. The thing is,
Right, because the Founders is owned by Alien Beverage or something.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
like I'm making a craft malt liquor. Guess what? You're a laughing stock already. Congratulations. So go fuck yourself. How about that? I put it in a bourbon barrel.
So much anger from Paul tonight about food.
Man, Paul, you're angry.
With
Yeah.
Founders, fuck Doom, fuck KBS, fuck DKML, just fuck Founders. I'll drink all the all day.
I hope your pilot.
Well, fuck your Doppelbock, Paul.
He's so angry tonight. He said fuck Victory for sending awesome
Paul,
beer to Michigan.
Fuck your Doppelbock.
I mean, I have to say, I think these German beers are making me a little angry.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It wouldn't be a show if we didn't make fun of a list at some point, right?
Oh, you need Peter here to complete everything.
No.
So-
Peter would be 1, angry, and 2, completely erect if he saw me drink these beers.
So Vine Pair came out with the 25 best summer beers for 2017.
Excuse me, who is this?
Vine Pair, the people that make the lists. That's like really.
Get all the saisons and get all
So-
the
We come up with 25 different lists or 25 different ways to not read this fucking list.
I thought you liked the
Yeah,
list.
that'd be great.
Number 1, fuck them. Number 2, completely fuck them. Number 3, suck all the dicks. Number 4, I don't know, just don't read it. It's terrible. These
I just like to make fun of the list that they come out with.
somewhere we can never get.
Hey, so
Oh,
so Matt, you mentioned what's number 1 on the list?
Funny you should ask that. So we have the Rogue Ales Paradise Pucker.
oh my god, this list is already trash. Rogue's on it.
Sour Ale.
Right?
Seriously, Buffalo Bills Orange Blossom. What is this, 2008? Get the fuck out of here.
Then we have Indeed Brewing Mexican Honey.
An Imperial Lager with fucking Mexican honey. Fantastic.
Now we do have an appearance by Founders, but again, technically not craft beer, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say PC Pills is pretty tasty, even though Paul hates Founders.
Bear Republic Pace Car.
I used to get Bear Republic, and then they
Now I
fucked
will
off.
say 21st Amendment. This one is actually pretty good.
That is, if you want a watermelon beer and like actually want to taste like an actual watermelon and not a Jolly Rancher, that's pretty good right there for sure.
That is
Rodent
pretty good.
Bot.
Yeah, I've had that one.
I cannot get any of these beers other than PC Pills.
You
The
get
Rodent
Founders,
Bot.
they're right there in Michigan.
Yeah, you get 21st Amendment. No, you get Founders, PC Pills.
Right there in
You
Michigan.
got- Have you not had
I get
PC Pills?
Founders one.
Yeah. Have you had it though, Eric? PC Pills?
Yeah, I've had it.
You have a
Pretty
21st
fucking good.
Amendment for Illinois. You should
The
be.
best watermelon bill
Well,
beer I
there-
ever got was from
Rod, there's a
Woodford.
lot of Michigan beers that are just, and everything else is just kind of pushed out.
That's crazy.
That Rodenbach, I don't want to say it had fruitage, but I had something similar to that. And it was.
I don't
it was
know.
fucking pretty
Rodenbach
good.
right there is sponsored by Campbell's, apparently.
Dude, I can't believe they're in a fucking can. Where's Rodenbach in a can? Where's the fucking Belgian fucking?
Yeah. Garbage Brewing Company, Blueberry King now.
Listen, it's probably good, but I don't know. Oh, I thought you said garbage and not garage. I was very scared.
Oh,
for
sorry.
He did say
I was
garbage.
gonna say, I thought you
just
were
started-
looking for
I
a place
just
called
started
Garbage
thinking about
Brewing.
Shirley Manson,
I
and
did
was
say
like,
garbage.
What do you brew with? Well, we just throw a bunch of garbage in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brooklyn
that
Summer
sounds-
Ale. I
That
like
sounds sexy.
You know what? It's been as the cool kids would say, a hot minute since I've had anything from Brooklyn. It's been a while.
Now, this one I do have in the fridge, but I haven't tasted it yet. But everybody seems to like it.
Oh my god, live review.
Yeah, I can see that. I can get that one.
Is that Oberon? Is that Oberon?
No, this is
That's that sour. Bel Air sour. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. What the fuck? I have that sequence too.
Yeah.
Oh, dual review between you and Rod right now. Bust them out and dual review it.
All the sex, baby. Let's give it the sex.
Oh, baby, nothing wrong with Ric Flair. You better review the fucking sequence right now.
Woo!
Now, I haven't seen this one from Urban Chestnut, but I like a good
That's Tom's area there.
Yeah, Tom probably has that there.
I'm thoroughly enjoying Berliner Weisses.
This is probably near Paul, Cape May Brewing, Summer Catch.
Mm.
I don't see you for a Summer Catch kind of guy, though.
Oh,
I'll catch some summer shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, he'll catch some shit and then beat the shit out of it.
I'll beat the shit out of that bitch.
Oh, mango Hefeweizen?
Now, that looks pretty
I
good.
have
Mango.
them,
That sounds
but I
good.
don't think it's that though.
Dude, their coconut porter is where it's at. Am I right? Coconut porter?
I
Yeah.
might have that one. I don't.
Fuck coconut.
Come on, Eric. Eric, just to each their own, man.
Why do
Just
you
to
have
each
to
their
hate on
own.
everything that you ever?
I didn't know Narragansett actually brokered out like this. So Summer
Wow.
Trail.
And they did a beer with citra hops. That's very crafty of them.
Upslope.
Yeah.
Thai style white IPA. Now, apparently, in the Beers Around the World collection, the Thai didn't go over too well with the Thai tea from some of the reviews.
Boy, that is like a colostomy grab
yeah.
bag.
Yo, I had that. And I'll give it a 79. Jay will hate it and still give it.
Give it a
7.
nope.
Sam Adams, Berliner Weiss. And here's the one I just packed up $12.99 a case. Belgium watermelon.
Yeah,
Belgian juicy watermelon.
It's all right, dude. For fucking 60 cents a can,
No,
I will
actually,
beat people down.
My buddy actually has a case of a whole sixtel of juicy watermelon, and all he does is bitch about that.
Well, you should go and help him out.
No, I'm not.
I've never even heard of this company before. Italian Pale Lager.
It's probably some
I don't know how
beer. I've heard of beer before.
Vine Pair. I don't know how easy it is to get this beer in North America.
But it's one of the ones you're gonna get for 2017.
Yeah, if you want to trade for it from one of your Italian connections, I don't have any
fucking
Italian
Mussolini
connections.
bastard.
Obviously, Eyinger makes good beer, so I
Yes,
can
they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't had a bad beer from them.
Oh, their Doppelbock is fucking world class, amazing stuff.
Eyinger.
Temperate
Eyinger.
Greenwood Beach
Eyinger.
pineapple. And with pineapple.
But where's the coconut?
So it'd be
Fuck coconut, Joe!
God damn it!
Blue Point Beach Plum Gosa.
Hey, I got coconut in it.
No coconut.
It has beach plum.
Human.
I thought they were just joking around. I don't know what the fuck a beach plum is. I don't.
Well, you know, sometimes if you have anal sex on the
That's
beach
sand.
with the girl, you pull out a plum.
But it's got the seaweed and the sea salt. So.
Yeah. Seaweed and okay.
I just saw this one out for the first time. I didn't try it yet. The Sweetwater Triple Tail Tropical IPA.
Are they actually? It doesn't say they're adding fruit in there. It's just, I guess, the hops themselves.
Tropical fruit flavors like pineapple, mango, and passion fruit.
Yeah, but it doesn't say.
It's probably not the fruit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flying Dog.
Dude, I had that right there. I had the Old Bay somewhere around. Oh my god, if you like Old Bay, you need fucking like the seasoning, the Old Bay.
I was gonna say,
No, yeah, no, but it's like
It's supposed to be. It's made to eat with soft shell crabs.
Yeah, I know, but like if you just drink it on its
but
own.
Guess what? What if you're not in Baltimore and fuck soft
So
shell
it's better
crabs?
when you have it with seafood, probably.
Yeah, I would imagine because it just tasted like someone was like, "Yo, here's this totally okay lager, or sorry, this blonde ale, and here's a bunch of Old Bay seasoning." Am I right? And I'm like, "You're wrong. You're totally
Did
wrong."
someone accidentally dump Old Bay into my drink? You fuck.
You get the Sierra Nevada Summerfest, which is not too bad.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Sierra Nevada has like 73 different pilsners available at all times.
Yeah, but not any of them that are good.
They're like Samuel Adams, like we brew over 70 things, but we only show you 14.
And they're all pilsners. They're all pilsners, all of them.
Lemon Rattler for
Seagull, Rattler.
Oh, that's the lemon.
I can get that.
Wait. Can you guys actually get the lemon one or the grapefruit one? Because the grapefruit one's the readily available one.
Here.
I've never seen this one.
The
grapefruit. Everybody can get the grapefruit, but the lemon, I had no idea.
I would try this one.
Oh, for sure. I like the grapefruit one. It's probably
one.
Yeah, it's fucking super refreshing. And
Where's all the shandies? I need all the shandies right now.
No shandies on the list. No shandies on the list. So
yeah, you previewed this. You're a previewer, Rod. Don't worry about it. You're a previewer.
You know what, Rod?
Hand shandies.
A pervert.
Rod is going to go to the store to buy all the nine and Kugel shandies because he could not resist.
Let's send them all to Joe. Like Joe.
As long as you send a coconut beer with them, I will drink all of them.
Baby,
is there a coconut shandy? Shout out to Eric.
I promise, Joe, I will make you that maple bourbon caramel coconut stout, baby. I'm making you one. I'm going to age it in all the bourbon.
I'm rock hard.
I know, because I need that big hard.
Continue on.
Tell me more.
I heard coconut.
I have a container in the fridge where it's half honey and half maple syrup, and I've been adding bourbons to it, different bourbons, rye and different bourbons, and I'm just gonna shake it. I keep shaking it up, and it's honey and maple syrup and bourbon, and it's like and I'm just gonna dump it in that beer.
Tell me more.
Are we still talking about beer? I'm confused.
Hey, drunken one. Have you ever made anything with coconut?
I have not. Why are you staring at that man? I'm like, go ahead.
Do you want to make something with coconut?
Not necessarily.
Damn it.
Thank you.
You cannot listen. You're pleasing Eric, and this is not ideal for me.
Yeah, maybe not.
So any other beer
all those ones you showed me, I don't know that I've ever seen any of them. I really need to go to the Specs Liquor, as we call it around here. It's a bottle shop, I guess is what you all call it.
That's the problem with these lists sometimes, right? They put all these things on a list, and you can only get them like in a quarter part of the country if they add on some of them.
Yeah, well, that's no good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see, Rod, speaking of which, asking about any other beer news, did you see the news about these three sons that are making a...
Oh, shut up.
Oh, we got to bring this in because it is fantastic
I
terrible.
I got through once of this shit. Okay.
What are they making?
Okay, so I'll put the link in over here if you want to click on it. But
it's three spoiled retards.
Yes.
I have no idea what...
Basically, Forbes.com did an article on these three guys that decided to create a brewery, and they're all three rich, spoiled children. That one of the three is actually the son of Peter Bush of the Anheuser-Busch family. And this article goes on about how awesome they are because they connect with each one of their clients. They actually sell their clients on the beer. They go to the distributor themselves. You know, basically what every fucking small brewery does.
Every single beer.
Yeah, every brewery does.
Has done. Yeah.
And the guy talks about how they're so mature. One of the guys is 37.
Mm-hmm. You should be mature,
I would hope he's
retard.
Yeah.
I want to stop him. I really do.
And they're talking about like a pilsner like it's some kind of revelation. They're like, I think what the American people need is this pilsner that's so easy drinking, and we get lost in our craft beers, and we're just gonna bring it back. And I'm just like the article itself.
The best line is when they have each son gets a loving text and supportive text from their mher every day.
To sum up these kids, They can all be summed up in this one fucking. Actually, no, they actually did 1 out of 4 now. Okay, it can be summed up in one single paragraph. And if I fuck Forbes and their stupid ad blocker bullshit, you have an ad blocker on? No, fuck you. There's a reason I have an ad blocker on, because you suck in your Forbes. All right, I'm good. Let me see if I can.
I had to read it through this piece of like the writer has a hard on for him or something.
No, listen.
No,
So yeah, I gotta
absolutely.
tell you about the guy at the end. Yeah, let me get to this fucking. Let me get to this paragraph, because it's so fucking fantastically terrible what they say about this guy.
So we're just in St. Louis, so we're drinking some Budweiser. It tastes so good. There.
Oh,
It hurts so good.
You're drinking Budweiser.
It's so
the worst thing in the world, but I never heard anybody say it tastes so good before.
What was it?
It tastes so good when you hit the tip of my tongue.
Was it a chili pilsner?
Okay. So here's the paragraph. At first glance, the guys look more like country music stars with their fitted T-shirts, worn jeans, hats, and designer cowboy boots. I imagine to myself they wake up in a disheveled perfection, appearing camera ready for Instagram moments. But when you look closer, you see a genuine, grounded spirit among each of them. They are heavily rooted with their families. Jacob lives in the family compound in Florida. Elliot and Carlo live nearby their family estates. And loving text messages from their moms are daily occurrences. Basically, these are rich, spoiled kids, still live with their parents. They're fucking millionaires. And the one guy goes, you know what? I'm paraphrasing because I just imagine this is how he talks and not his actually. He's like, you know what? I got all my eggs in one basket, and if this goes down, you lose, what, 1% of your wealth? He's like, I lose everything. You don't lose anything. So the guy who wrote this article, his name is Jim Dobson.
Fuck me, McGiggins.
Yeah, fucking Jim Dobson. And
I see Jim Dobson there. Yeah.
So his little spiel on his Facebook page, he says, I write about ultimate luxury experiences because luxury itself isn't great enough, but the ultimate luxury experience, like there's something above the luxury, and it's the ultimate luxury. This entire, like, I just want to get all three of these dudes together and fucking triple powerbomb them through a bale of hay. It's unbelievable.
No. I
want to see that if you do that.
It's just, it's ridiculous that this is on Forbes, that these guys are in like their own little world. They don't realize like there's 5,500 breweries in the States, and there's a lot of places doing Pilsners, and going to each one of your accounts and meeting with, different restaurants and stuff is the everyday life of a craft brewer, because that's when you start out, most of the people don't have money, and they have to start from the bottom up, and making relationships is the way. They're like, oh, we totally do it in person. Like they're doing some fucking sort of, I don't know. They're the gift to craft brewing.
Stupid thing, human.
Yeah.
Yes. So someone actually sent them an email that said, "Is this satire or is this like real?"
Yeah.
Because that's how ridiculous the fucking article is.
Like, are you a writer? Offer.
Oh man.
Yeah,
at one point in time during their lives, someone who's in the business, who's an asshole like me, will say, "You're just a giant fuck up and a worthless piece of shit," and they've never had anything
just because you got
told them.
Yeah, because exactly, it's that they've been brought up with a silver spoon in their mouth.
Yeah, they have no idea.
No. Yeah, that's a hard.
Now I'm gonna take that silver spoon, shove it up your ass, and force feed your own diarrhea, you son of a bitch.
Like they literally live in their own world. Like they're oblivious to like the rest of the craft world and reality in general. Like they don't understand that's just a common occurrence for how the business works. It's like we need to bow before them and be, oh my god, and aghast. Oh wow, you guys are actually going to the restaurants and meeting with the restaurant owners. Oh, you're so cool. Everyone does that. Everybody fucking does that because that's what you have to do.
There's actually brewery owners that will sit down at a brewery, like at a bar that they don't own, and talk to people.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Are you talking about the US?
Yeah, man. It's a way of looking at it. It's probably totally wrong, but maybe they've been pushed out their mom and dad's wing or the corporation's wing, and so you need to go out and see what this is about. Go out there and do it yourself. See where all this money came from.
Oh, believe they
maybe. I mean,
can't do
I
it.
might be totally wrong, but I'm saying maybe they said, no, you're not going to have all this wealth. You need to go out there and start the way the company originated.
They don't even know. They don't even know how to buy their fucking clothes themselves. All right?
Maybe, maybe.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, right.
You're
When you live in the compound or in the estate, then
Yeah, that's what
being
got me.
taken
It's like,
care of.
he's
Yeah,
rooted in
you're
his family.
totally
He lives at the
taken care of
compound.
pretty good here.
Excuse me, a motherfucking compound?
Well, I live in a compound, a compounded tiny little fucking shithole house. It's
Yeah,
compounded.
Me too, Paul.
We just don't
You make it sound
understand.
like some David Koresh shit or something, right? What's up with
Sometimes I use
that?
compound
We
sex.
just don't
Like,
understand.
you're a
Right?
shit and an asshole.
We just don't understand Jim Dobson and his ultimate luxury experiences. That's all. We just don't get it.
Yeah, what is it?
There we
Paul,
go.
you can
Ultimate
visit.
luxury.
Paul, what is it? You can visit.
Yeah,
You can visit, but you can never leave.
I left Paul's place, and I thank myself.
Forward.
I thank God every day that I left Paul's place.
In one piece.
The window was
Yeah,
open.
one
The
piece.
window was open. Wow.
It was like, oh, Paul's drunk. I can go now.
I had to jump the wall like Batman and get out of the cave. But yeah, I can get out.
Out through the toilet.
Oh,
It
God,
wasn't
cheering them on.
let's
You
just
can
say
make it,
wasn't
Joe. You
easy.
can
He
make
broke
it.
a sweat trying to get
Bas-
away.
I'm free.
Basically,
I'm free.
basically, Paul's like R. Kelly.
Mm.
Oh, too soon, Rob? Not too soon.
Wow, R. Kelly, wow.
Wait, I mean, I don't know if you guys seen the recent one. I'm not talking about those shit that happened 10 years, 15 years ago.
No.
There's recent developments.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't know about that.
No, there's recent developments. Rod can tell
No,
you
it
all
was,
about
it was too soon 10 years ago. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
Well,
everybody now, like, oh, you're surprised? You didn't know this was going to happen?
Yeah, he's been taking like 20-year-old women and like telling them that they're going to be like whatever, fucking basically singers or whatever, and like keeping them at his house for like years.
Well, I watched one of the old interviews. I watched one of the old interviews today, and a guy was interviewing him, and he was asking him, you know, if he saw anything wrong with dating teenage girls, and he's like, "Well, what do you mean by teenager?" And the guy's looking at him like, "Teen, 13, 14." You know?
You can run
With
the
the
gauntlet
word
from
teen,
13 to
yeah.
19 because that's how that works. Math.
And again,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
it's
knowledge.
like where you're freezing.
Well, yeah, I have
Are
a
you
problem
stupid,
with
son?
13.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, right now,
Yeah.
I don't even have I don't even know if I could actually do anything or have a heart attack if my dick actually got hard. But I would totally try to do a 19-year-old if he's like, hey, let's have sex. Okay. Or I said he. Yeah. Well, I don't care either or. I would
Yeah.
try to
Go
do
wait
it
till
because I'm
it's
Okay.
right? R. Kelly was dating like a Leah when she was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
disgusting.
And by dating,
Oh, yeah.
he meant peeing on her.
Oh, well, no, that's awesome.
Wow.
We're going to see the video. She felt it, you know?
If we're going to dive into facts or anything.
Yeah. I was going to say, the act is awesome. The age is disgusting.
Yeah,
So
well,
you
that's
gotta
R.
fix
Kelly.
that.
That's R. Kelly in a nutshell. He gets one of the two wrong all the time.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's why we invented bats.
Let you play I Believe I Can Fly. And everybody loves it.
Yeah. You just don't know what it truly means. I
R. Kelly,
believe
time
I
to
can
get prison,
fly. I believe I can land on the ground and go date a 14-year-old. My name's R. Kelly. Like stuff like that. That's R.
I
Kelly.
believe I can kiss in your mouth.
It's just funny though, like you said, right? It's like, are you surprised at the stuff? Like,
Yeah, like-
if it came out tomorrow, they're like, there's a cult at R. Kelly's house. They range from ages 14 to 19, and he has them all under some kind of spell. I'd be like, yep, knew that was gonna happen.
I like the fact that
But the sad thing is there's some people that still say, oh, leave him alone, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Well, hey, you go back to like.
there was people that were like rooting for Michael Jackson. So,
I was saying that, yep.
like,
Well, it's like, oh, I like his
Well,
music.
rooting,
I don't
yeah.
care what he does, and it's like that's fine. I kind of do. That's not cool.
I kinda
It's like
cared.
I can't
kinda
sit here and get into Billie Jean without thinking in my mind all of the innocent kids he hit. It like hurt. Like it's not.
I mean, like,
It's like Gary Glitter, right? So every
Yeah.
arena you go to in sports, they play the Hey song.
Oh.
Dude left the country to avoid rape charges for underage. and every sports arena plays his song, and the crowd cheers and sings it.
But they have no. Yeah, they have no idea.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't even know who actually sings it.
What? What?
I mean, like, honestly, they were singing that song, like, and everyone loved it. She's only 17. They love that song.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what that means? Like, she's
Yeah, well.
like, I'm trying to bag a kid. Yay!
Yeah, but I mean, I mean,
Young
dear me.
girl.
Craig, do you have something to say? Craig, do you have
No.
something to say, Craig?
No.
Craig, I know you do. Come on. No, you're just gonna drink his beer, mind his business. Good man.
This is a
Probably
lovely
good
beer.
thing. Probably good.
Have you ever tried this one?
Rasputin?
Have you ever tried? Yeah, from Brewery de Molen.
Yeah, I
Because-
completely forgot they started canning their beers. That's so
Wait a
cool.
minute. Wait a minute. I thought they had to
Yeah.
change the name Rasputin because North Coast got all, fucking flexing their muscles about
Apparently
old Rasputin.
not.
Maybe in the
Oh,
UK it's okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. Whatever.
Probably-
Probably
it's
different
not-
rules over there. Yeah. So, but over here,
I-
the labels are protected by these.
I can't be bothered.
I didn't write it, so don't sue me.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
had to change it here. That because of the copy.
I mean,
copyright laws, whatever.
they've been brewing since 2004. So
Well,
I don't know if that plays into it.
they what the hell did they change it to, Paul? I feel like you should know.
No, I don't know what they changed Rasputin to because they never said what they changed it to. So I don't know if they ever changed it.
North Coast can go fuck themselves.
You can't get Rasputin.
Oh, I got one. I got one. It was fucking butterscotch.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
But that was the store owner, maybe not North Coast.
Yeah. Well, I emailed them and I put it on the Twitter page. Say, hey, have you guys had any complaints about your beer being butterscotchy? Fucking nothing. Fucking assholes.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Eric,
I did it.
Let's
like,
not
I don't
get
know
crazy.
about-
No, I'm gonna get fucking crazy.
We're gonna need you to settle down.
I did do a review of barrel aged Rasputin. So if you want to see mine, just see my tasting notes. So if I say, oh god, it's so butterscotchy, then you'll know. But I don't think I remember saying that. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think Eric might have got an old one that was sitting there from a place probably.
Apparently, it was this year's.
I do remember what they changed it to. I don't know if it's still in effect because clearly Craig is drinking a Rasputin Imperial Stout. But they changed. They had a copyright dispute or whatever you want to call it, and North Coast got upset, sent them that, and they sent them a cease and desist, and they changed the name from Rasputin to cease and desist. Yeah, that was cease and desist Russian Imperial Stout.
Because
So,
I had cease and desist, and it was fucking infected.
oh, you got one? That was
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I mean, there is quite a lot of Rasputin stouts on. If you check up, it's like there's quite a list.
Yeah, there is a list because a couple companies have it, and the one has a full picture of Rasputin on it too, doing the thing. Yeah, it has a full picture of him. So there is a couple different breweries that have Rasputin.
Yeah.
I just think they went for the high marker. They I don't know. I just think it's all stupid to just sue people. I like what was it? Russian River and Avery did that collaboration without litigation.
Yeah.
Where they take the two beers that were named similar.
I thought it was collaboration, not litigation. Was the name of it, right?
It's collaboration without, I think,
without
litigation.
Yeah.
Not litigation. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
it's a great name.
Everyone wants to talk like it for. You talk about craft beer and everyone's like, everyone's best buddies and they'll help everyone out, and 95% of the time it holds true.
And then sometimes they're douchebags.
But sometimes people, there'll be breweries that be like, well, I want to protect my, fucking company. I want to protect this, and we'll throw off fucking cease and desist. We'll throw off this, and you've seen a lot of breweries do it. Fucking Dogfish Head did it, and a lot of people are like, well, I get it. And it's like, I get it, but it's at the end of the day, people realize it's a fucking business, and they're protecting themselves. Don't act like the business is above any other business, because it's not. It's the same fucking thing. People are trying to make money, and if someone comes out with Dogfish, another place comes out with 60-minute IPA. You bet your bottom dollar Dogfish Head's gonna be like, you're getting fucking a cease and desist, because 60-minute IPA is super well known, and that's our flagship. Fuck you. We're not best, even if we're best friends. You don't do that.
I saw it was there was a brewer from Erie called Old Red. It was called Old Red, and all of a sudden they named it Cease and Desist Old Red, and I wonder why they did that. Now, I think they might have got some kind of cease and desist, or so they was like, oh, we'll call it cease and desist all right, because that's not the same thing. So go fuck yourself. So I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So I was wondering why it just automatically changed their name to cease and desist all red.
I just done a quick Untapped check, and there's 100 and where is it? 56 beers listed on tap with the word Rasputin in it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
So
Yeah,
whether that's what styles or whether, I'd imagine most of them are stouts. So I guess that's global.
Russian crazy can't die stout.
Well, I would say also too that out of a lot of them, there are probably a lot of small breweries that they're not going to affect North Coast's day-to-day operations. They're not going to, you're not going to confuse North Coast's Old Rasputin with some fucking beer, say in like the middle of nowhere, some little brewery.
I'm sure it's more of an internal kind of dispute rather than an international one.
Hey, Todd.
Whatever.
Hey, you millennial Todd, wake up.
Todd. Is Todd awake?
Wake up, Todd.
Okay, no, you're false. You just point a lance on me. Have you had
please do not.
Have you had the space station middle finger from Three Floyds yet?
Yes.
Is it really good?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's not really bad beer from Three Floyds, though. Really, in my opinion.
I need to hunt that one down.
I would tend to agree with you.
If you gotta get it for a bargain, mate, Rod. You gotta get it for a bargain, Rod.
Yeah, I would.
I'll get one for you if you want one,
If
Rod.
I get that for a bargain, I will buy them all. From what I've heard about how good it's supposed to be.
A couple weeks ago, I had the Necron 99.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty good.
Pretty good.
You guys
too,
had the Necron 99?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good too.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was different than most of the. I mean, I love Zombie Dust even to this day. One of those old school hype beers that probably it's a little easier to get now and stuff. But I still, anytime anyone's like, "Oh, I got a Zombie Dust," I'm like,
still never had.
Sign me up! Oh, it's so fucking good. I love Zombie.
People still line up here for it.
I wouldn't necessarily say line up, but it's fucking good. It's a great beer.
You can't go wrong with any Three Floyds beer, in my opinion. They're all outstanding beers, or above average.
All the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't.
People go crazy for Gumball Head around here too.
Yeah, I've had a couple times.
Gumball Head.
Well, you know what it is? It's for the style, like an American, whatever they call American wheat ale, basically, or American pale wheat ale. You know how many good American pale wheat ales there are? Zero. No, there's like, few and far.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah. Well, that's not an American pale wheat ale. That's an actual Hefeweizen or a wheat beer. I'm talking American breweries. They're like, we're not going to make a Hefeweizen or wheat beer. We're going to make an American pale wheat ale. It's like, it's always fucking super bland and gross. And I'm like, I just go drink a Hefeweizen or a wheat beer because.
I'm going back to the Southern tier on that one. Their American pale wheat ale is fucking
it's boring. It's like, why am I drinking this? I could be drinking a fucking nice, tasty wheat beer Hefeweizen that actually, I don't know, fucking good. Bless you.
Thank you.
Even though you don't like coconut, I'm still, high five.
Wheat beer, Hefeweizen.
God damn it, Craig! It's American pale wheat ales. They suck.
What the fuck? Whatever.
It's kind of like a crystal Weizen. It sucks.
Well, what I don't understand is it's the arrogance and ignorance of like some of the American craft breweries or the brewmasters where they're like, we're too proud to say I'm going to brew a Belgian style wheat beer. Instead, I'm going to brew an American pale wheat ale. Why? Well, it's just American. Yeah, no, fuck that. It's gross.
America.
Brew a fucking wheat beer.
It's gross.
Yeah. Well, they are.
America speaks.
Yeah, the style itself is just like, I don't know. Like, there's no reason to have that as a style.
I like it actually because I don't like wheat ales by themselves, but you hop it up, I'll drink it more.
Rod, you're wrong. We've discussed this, and you're wrong.
But then that's not the style, then, is it?
Well, it is now. I mean, they got a category. I think
it's an American pale wheat ale. They brew enough shitty American pale wheat ales. They're like, it's totally a fucking style now.
Yeah, but it's like a hoppy pilsner. You get to the hoppy pilsner state or a hoppy, it's like baby, fuck off. No.
Pills,
well, it's like Firestone Walker, Primo Pills. It's an awesome beer. But I don't. Is it a pilsner anymore? Not really.
Prima Pills.
No, it's a
on the fucking rate beer.
Victory, the Prima Pills.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, rate beer.
Yeah. So fuck you,
beer.
Craig.
All right. Who
I don't give a fuck about
whoever brought up rate beer needs to get kicked out of this chat right now.
Oh no, it's because Peter was saying he goes, what are the best pilsners? And none of them.
God damn it,
he goes, Prima Pills was like, I'm like, fuck yeah, Victory, Pennsylvania.
Prima Pills is all right. Settle down.
No, but if you're saying it's a style,
Beer Advocates call it style now with the American Pale Wheat Ale.
But Arabian beer, fuck off.
Yeah.
But they call it an Americanized version of a Hefeweizen, so.
I was gonna say this whole.
Excuse me, an Americanized version of a Hefeweizen?
That's what they said. I'm reading their words.
Someone needs to get fucking punched in their head.
This is Beer Advocate. This is Jason and the other guy.
Oh, it's Jason.
Straight in the dick.
Jason and what is Fred? I don't know.
Punch him straight in the dick.
He did.
Straight in the dick.
Paul is
okay, Paul.
Yeah,
there's a lot of anger here tonight.
The
that German beer or what?
the Rausch beers.
But here's the beers they put in that category, right? So you have a little something ale from Lagunitas. You have
They call that American Pale Wheat Ale?
It's in the style.
Get fucked. Get fucked. Fucking.
Are you gonna let me finish? Or just keep going.
No, right there. It's just like
they got like Bell's over. They got Bell's Oberon, Gumball Head.
Okay, Oberon is like the definitive beer within the style, I'd say.
Yeah, Samuel Adams.
And it's
Summer
Pale Wheat Ale is Oberon.
So
that's what it is. That's what that's.
Thank you, Joe.
That's what it's called.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay.
Samuel Adams.
What would you call it?
312 unfiltered wheat by Boulevard, 80 acre hoppy wheat by Boulevard.
Not a pale fucking wheat ale for
fuck's sake. Untapped has it as an American pale wheat ale.
Beer Advocate. This is how they classify it. I didn't write it. It's Jason and the other guy.
Don't blame me. Don't blame the messenger.
Well, here's the thing. The American pale wheat ale style is America's answer to the Belgian style wheat beer and the German style Hefeweizen. There is no such thing as an American wheat ale. It's American pale wheat ale. Reason why
it's a wheat ale. A wheat ale. It is.
But there's technically, I don't think just like a American wheat ale style.
A wheat ale was kind of an offshoot because there's only ales and lagers, and they classify a wheat ale kind of being like a hybrid type thing. They can't really categorize. When you look at the stuff in the beer books, they'll tell you that it's like ale.
You ain't nobody's gonna pass that by.
Then we got this wheat thing over here. We don't know how to work the wheat ale, but it's over here somewhere.
The only thing better than American pale wheat ales are American coconut pale wheat ales. Let's be serious.
That's all that matters.
He's a coconut.
That's a style. That is a style right there.
Yeah, right there. American coconut pale wheat ale. I'm calling up BJCP right now, getting them on the horn, telling them what's up.
Say,
have you had the Dirty Blonde Ale from Atwater, Eric?
I haven't.
Okay, because they put that one in there too.
How much stuff have you had from Atwater, Eric? I'm curious.
Just one, and it was shit. What one was it?
The vanilla porter, vanilla job.
Yeah, the vanilla porter. Yes.
Yeah, you had to have that one. Yeah.
That one was excellent, by the way.
Yeah.
That beer.
I don't think BJCP actually has a category for it yet, though.
For what?
American Pale Wheat Ale.
Oh.
Or Hoppy Wheat Ale.
I just disagree with that pale wheat ale. I wholeheartedly disagree with
Eric's pissed now. No, piss him off.
I'm pissed now.
No, I'm not. I'm not pissed. I said it's not a pale wheat ale. It's just a wheat ale. That's
for Oberon.
There's no pale wheat.
He's gonna rage.
You're talking about the Oberon?
Yeah.
It's just a shit beer.
I like Oberon. Hey, you know what? According to Untapped, pale wheat ale, America.
Yeah, and Untapped never lies, even when it does.
That's Untapped and Beer Advocates, 2 out of 2. You would go.
Hey, I'm just disagreeing with it. That's
what does Rapier say? Rapier's gonna go. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. What?
88 from the bros.
It's an American adjunct lager.
Yeah. What the fuck? Where are you coming from, Rapier? Oh, no one cares. I don't think I've ever seen a review from anyone where they're talking about Rapier and they're just like, "Oh, Rapier, you were spot on. Oh, I agree with you." Never see that. It's always like, "What the fuck? They gave it an 80 in the style and a 7 overall. I don't know what's happening."
Oh, they used to have a Bell's double Oberon back in the day.
Wait, there's a double Oberon?
There's a double Oberon?
To quote Paul, is it double the shit?
What does that even mean?
Now on Rapier, it just says wheat ale.
Uh-oh. No, Eric, no, you cannot fist pump Rapier got something right, because Rapier gets nothing right.
I told you
Rapier did something positive.
Oberon 96 for style, 83 over.
They definitely do something, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
add more hops to it. That's what makes it the pale wheat ale.
Yeah, none of it is positive.
No.
Most of your wheat ales aren't as hoppy as your pale wheat ales.
On tap, there's actually a mango habanero Oberon, which sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not like
I've
a couple
always-
people have it. 12,000 people have consumed it. That's a lot of people consuming it.
Do they have a double Oberon?
Yeah, it's not
Still-
even
I'm
Yeah, but it's retired now, it says.
Oh, is it?
Right.
It was 9% ABV.
What's
I
that?
remember the first time I was in Michigan, I actually was in a Myers, and I said,
what did you call it? You didn't call it Myers, you called it something else.
I was in a Majors.
Majors, yep, Majors.
Majors. I was like, whatever. And I said Myers. I said, that's not how that's spelled, by the way. I said, that's fine. And I took a picture of all this huge, gigantic, overwhelming, giant pile of shit called an Oberon fucking pile. And I sent it to fucking Rod. I'm like, check this shit out. Look at this. This is a massive pile of Oberon. It was gaudy. A little gaudy.
What do you really feel about that?
Flashing with everything around it.
It was a little gaudy.
Paul, you seem angry that so many people enjoy this Oberon you speak of.
Well, a lot of people need gas, so yeah, I understand.
That's funny.
I mean, they actually have. Don't they have an Oberon Day every year? Whatever the release is, like Oberon.
Yeah, they do,
Oberon Day.
Yeah, they need to give you a badge on Untapped if you're drinking Oberon that day or something.
Well, at all, they should just give you a badge for doing that.
Hey.
Congratulations, you made it through 12 ounces of Oberon. High five.
Thank God. The end.
When do you get the one badge? Like, damn, you're a drunk. You're drinking a lot of freaking beers.
Slow down.
No, it's called
Slow
local.
down,
I
yeah.
know if you drink a bunch of beers at a brewery that is unresponsible for drinking, they give you the local flavor badge.
I mean, American wheat ale. I'll get back to that.
Is it what?
I don't think. Is it recognised anywhere else apart from recognised anywhere else?
Is,
Well, I mean,
other
like
places
BJCP recognizes it, and
other places, other
Cicero's
than
and
the
stuff will
United
recognize
States,
it.
doesn't matter.
No, I don't care. It's just a question.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of an offshoot from the ale because of what they do. That's all stuff I learned about it. It's not like it's ale and lagers, and they always put wheat ale separate.
If you've realized anything in the last 300 years, we're making it up as we go along.
Craig, you seem very
It's an experiment. That's true.
Craig, you seem very inexperienced when it comes to these American pale wheat ales. So here's what we're gonna do: we're gonna do a beer mail trade, and you send me all the Cloud Water, you send me all the Magic Rock. What I'm gonna do is just send you about I don't know, a dozen American pale wheat ales from the great United States.
They're gonna be called Natty Ice.
Yeah, send us some Natty Ice and Natty Daddy.
Natty Daddy.
I will send you whatever qualifies as a pale wheat ale, which is going to be 9 Oberon of the 20.
I thought about it for a nanosecond.
Oh, okay.
How about I just
thought that was a fair
send me
trade.
all the Cloud Water, and I just send you barrel-aged Russian Imperial stouts.
Once I get my shit together, you know, Paul.
I know.
Yeah, whatever.
I
You know,
win. I'm a winner.
we'll see how it goes.
Paul's not going to send anything through like
Yes, I didn't say no.
UPS or the Postal Service. He's just going to put it on a raft and across the Atlantic Ocean. Hopes it shows up somewhere.
So here's something funny. This is the BJCP, right? So they're like American wheat.
You got a black screen there, Rod. There you go.
Yeah. It says American wheat or rye beer.
What the hell?
Or.
What? I don't understand.
So Ruthless
They have a lot in common, those two, right?
I'll tell you what, Ruthless Rye is better than all those fucking beers. So is Rye Rebellion fucking full pint better than all those fucking beers.
But is it American wheat or is it a rye beer?
Yeah.
Or is it American wheat pale
It's a
ale?
rye beer.
Now it says
It's
American
coconut.
rye can follow the same guidelines, substituting
It says
rye
wheat
for
or
some of the
rye.
wheat. Some are
Feel
all
like
the
it's-
wheat.
It's an American pale rye wheat ale.
Just going for a slash.
So now Craig's even putting emergencies.
We are completely making it up as we go along because we have no fucking idea what we're
Seriously, I don't understand American wheat or rye beer seems kind
Craig will
of.
be like, "What the hell do you guys do in America?"
Okay. Okay, so Craig's not there. I was going to enrich my offer by saying I would send him a dozen American pale wheat beers or rye beers. You'd be surprised at which would show up in the box.
Or both.
And this is why Germany has a
True.
Reisenbach. Follow these rules.
I got
and
a
that's it.
rising box, baby.
Joe, I'll send you some Natty Daddy.
I mean,
Yes.
thanks.
Look at he's like,
Yes,
you're
I
an
don't
asshole. You're an asshole, Eric.
You'll never get your value out of that.
I'll make sure to post an unboxing of that on my non-existent channel.
Yeah.
It'll be my first ever video. Beer mail, all the daddy.
All
of
the
it.
natty daddies. Goodbye.
Yeah. And
Maybe
see,
throw
up
in a
here,
Bud Light for good measure.
up here, here's the other thing I was talking about. So at the top, they put it on the page where they say hybrid beer, hybrid styles, light hybrid beer. Because they don't even consider wheat ale like to fit into ale or lager. They kind of call it a hybrid.
I mean, the thing is, they can use wheat in either an ale or a lager, right? Like it's just a
Like nobody wants to claim it's that kid that you don't want to put on your team.
yeah.
Or that last kid in gym class, you don't want to take it. Put him on the other squad.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Using wheat malt. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want to get in trouble.
Why would you get in trouble?
Well,
Joe gets yelled at on stuff.
yeah, I don't need to be yelled at. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I will refrain from the subject matter.
But a lot of places, they look at it as a hybrid beer.
That I could have.
It's just not natural.
It's not natural.
Oh, man. All right. Anybody else got anything on beer? I think we've been on here for a good amount of time.
I feel like an in-depth discussion about American pale wheat ales or rye beers needs to be
We gotta
done.
make sure we don't talk Craig off the ledge about what we do in America here.
He's literally on the ledge showing us his fucking
Oh,
his
wow.
window.
Yeah, well, he's got Lido. He's been up all night.
That's true. You know what he doesn't have though? Any American pale wheat ales on hand.
Nah.
Okay,
okay.
there's an American wheat here in my recipe book. As a matter of fact, it's like the Anchor summer beer or the Pyramid Hefe, the Sierra Nevada wheat.
Yeah,
I've
so
had
it's like
the-
a Hefeweizen in
I've had-
there.
I've had the
But
American
they're
wheat.
calling it something different though. They're calling it a different style. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but they
Oh.
relate it back to being like a Hefeweizen, but we
Dude,
call it a wheat thing. But then we make Hefeweizens now too, so it's kind of like,
I've
why
had
do you
the,
have
I've had
something that relates to something we could actually just make? It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
that yellow can. I've had it. The Anchor.
Well, then
Oh,
you've had an
some
American pale wheat
wheat
ale
and
according to Untapped.
It's like,
Yeah, it's with wheat, Pilsner, 6-row, and Care Pills.
it's kind of like it tastes like chicken. So it's chicken. No, it's not chicken. It just tastes like chicken. But then why don't you just get chicken? In
It's chicken.
It's probably chicken already.
Paul, are you
nice- it's a
gnawing on
nice
that fucking bone there, buddy?
It does. He's a dog. It's
It's
all
an-
right. It's just it's a T-bone. No big deal.
It's a lovely Hefeweizen.
Or a wheat beer maybe.
What beer? Yeah.
I like it with
Yeah.
beer.
Same
Maybe
shit.
it's a Canadian pale wheat ale.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's
It's a nice, it's a nice beer.
Canadian pale wheat ale.
They're using some 2-row Canadian malts.
Howdy
It's
malt.
not a pale wheat ale.
It's a pleasant beer.
Maybe it's that white IPA where they use bleach, or
Whatever it is.
was it a whip beer or the white IPA where they use bleach?
No, it was every wheat beer. Every wheat beer. That's why I don't drink them. No, I'm dead serious. Like that's
You
what
know,
like
if somebody says on their channel, it's like, okay, you need to stop reviewing beers now.
you just need to stop listening to friends who are apparently dumber than you are.
friends drink wheat beer.
Yeah.
Oh, they're telling the population that. No, okay, because they want everyone to die. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
I like wheat beer. I do like wheat beer.
Well, for summer, it's great. Wheat beers, wit beers, Hefeweizen, they're all good in the summertime. Especially as hot as we've been here.
But they're so heavy, though.
No, they're lighter usually.
Wheat beer is
Oh,
way
we
off.
don't get in an argument, guys. Come on now.
These are pale.
Overhead's pretty
Yes.
thick.
No. I'm saying a wheat beer like sits heavy in my stomach. I'm not saying that the style.
Oh, right. All right. So say about 12 ounce or whatever it is.
We actually have one company here, Moreline Brewing. They actually do an Imperial Hefeweizen. It's like 10%.
I like how they
guys, you're kind of defeating the purpose of a Hefeweizen here.
The dumbest fucking style I've ever seen, ever, and I don't think it can be topped because it makes it's an Imperial English mild.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
There's a reason it's a fucking mild ale because
it's mild.
Yeah, there's no imperialized version of that because it doesn't exist.
It's like an imperial lump, or
Yeah.
See, what happens is the things that you need to know is after you get done eating a T-bone, you actually have a weapon. You can stab the waitress in the face.
Does that imperial mild turn into a moderate beer? I don't understand where they're going with the whole.
Imperial mild is like the weirdest contradiction ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the dumbest thing. We have an imperial mild ale. I'm like, you just don't release it and punch yourself in the dick until you're fucking black out.
Bitter. I don't mind an imperial ruby ale or an amber ale or red ale. An imperial mild is a contradiction in terms.
Yeah,
it's like it may as well be it might as well be an imperial session IPA or something fucking stupid.
Well, I mean,
I've seen.
No, actually, it's not even IPA.
No, I've seen still. No, I've seen those, and that's just as dumb. It's fucking dumb.
Now, wouldn't an imperial mild be almost like an ESB?
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Well, aren't technically most I don't say all mild, most miles are under 4%, are they not? Are they like in the 3-5 range? Most of them.
I would think they would be that around like the
So if you're imperializing that has become a 6 to 6.5% beer. That is that's not even still not an imperial anything.
Less the mild is talking about the bitterness.
No, milds. Well, yeah. If you're miscategorizing, I guess you say mild, but.
Listen, I'm just going to have to apologize to everyone real quick that I even brought it up. We shouldn't be talking about it because it's fucking stupid beyond belief. No, it's really dumb. On a scale of 1 to stupid, it's done. It's really bad.
That you got in trouble with the English mild and the American.
I'm sorry, Craig and I really like milds. I love milds.
No, I'm saying it's dumb that anyone ever even said. Well, they came out of their mouth as like, they're like in the back room discussing beer releases, and someone just blurted out, "Imperial mild ale sounds cool," and someone's like, "Let's go with that." They should both just get fucking slapped repeatedly because no one goes with that.
That's why people need the fist in the face and sometimes directly in the penis.
Yep.
Because
but that's
hey, Joe, we were talking about common sense earlier, though, so
that's true. It's the same category. Extended category, It's like
sometimes I want to go up to a group of brewers and be like, "All right, which one of you bitches wants to dance?" And just see which one wants to punch me first. And just beat shit out of them. Because
you should first ask them if any of them here try to brew a fucking imperial mild ale. Then you know.
Have you ever brewed an imperial mild? Which one of you bitches wants to dance?
I know, it's just ridiculous.
All right, take it easy, Eric. Make sure to eat some coconut tomorrow.
Are you out, Eric? We're about to close it down, so Eric, you want to give your PSA?
All right, I'm about ready to head to bed.
You put in the whole railroading in the prison bathroom. You missed that. That's an important thing.
Guys, if you had too much drink, please get a designated driver because you'll end up like Paul and get railroaded in the prison.
Prison bathroom.
Oh, that's first-hand experience for Paul. That's unfortunate.
That didn't even seem like your heart was in it that time.
Yeah,
how come they're fucking house? Fucking these bitches! I will take I'll take the baseball bat to the kneecaps, bitches. You actually said it correct, by the way, Eric.
I'm not going to be quite that vulgar there, Joe.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm going to take my baseball cap here. What?
Guys,
say correctly, though.
Please get a designated driver, because guys, you're gonna be stupid. You're gonna get in that car and you're gonna get pulled over. You're gonna do the stupid ass sobriety test. You're gonna get in the back of a cop car. Then you're gonna get jail time, court fees, possible prison time. You hit or kill somebody, you're gonna be in the slammer a while. And if you kill yourself, you're gonna be 6 feet under. Get an Uber, tax, Lyft, somebody. Just sleep off your buzz and get your car the next day.
And if you kill yourself, you're gonna have to be riddled with guilt your whole life.
And even if you're not drunk, watch out for your drunk.
And your kids will be born naked.
Yeah, they're all born naked, you weirdo.
And if you do end up in a jail cell, make sure it's not Paul.
Yeah.
Especially not Paul. You've seen the Hangouts.
Boy.
You've seen the Hangouts.
But with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because we've been on it. But anybody else got any other last? Well, not Paul anymore. Anybody else any last parting comments?
Anybody else other than Paul? Look at these like assholes.
There are a couple comments. I don't know if we should read them to.
Comments. Do the comments like a real fucking.
Yeah, do the comments, Rod. Come on, the comments.
Come on, man.
Come on, Rod.
Joe's usually the comment.
All you're doing is mocking our two viewers that are pieces of shit. They're my friends, so I can call them.
I was like,
We have basement beer that says Eric says.
Let me just shut it down. So you got one now. Here you go.
Oh, you were one of the pieces of shit, so they get 3. No, Basement Beer says, Eric says, fuck all the butterscotch. He did say that. He did say Basement Beer. In the Basement says, damn, stream's coming in a bit shitty. That's on you, bro. That's on you.
That's on you, bro. Yeah.
Basement Beer says, Joe is the natty daddy. I don't know what that means. I don't. I'd like to know. So if you could, comment. There's going to be no more comments in about 30 seconds, but you can try. He also continues, best pale wheat rye ale ever, ? That is that is a troll at a lot of the beer tubers who put the question marks in, like they'll review a beer and in parentheses they'll put best IP ever brewed in the state of Vermont before fucking Tuesday of the first week ?
So that's like when they put it on the title. So I've seen people do that.
Yeah. Oh, is this the best new beer released in the last 3 months under a full moon ? It's like I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
My blood pressure has gone down so amazingly ever since Johnny G stopped reviewing beers. It's so great. Thank you.
Basement Beer says, I thought the South Polar ice cap melted, but it was just drunken one's brown hat.
I'm not sure what that even meant.
I don't know either. It was fantastic.
That's what laughing out loud. Yeah. Okay.
And that's all we have. So thank you to both Basement Beer and In the Basement. They are arch rivals because of the basement in their names. For commenting.
Chris and Jamie, and you can both suck my tiny white dick.
Nice.
I think that's the way to end it. I mean, you can't get much more classy than that.
Drop the mic and walk away.
That was a happy ending.
In front of his map there. So yeah.
So much for keeping it classy around text, buddy.
Everybody with the last comment except Paul, but you guys didn't speak up.
I mean, I tried to read the comments to the best of my ability, but Paul's always going to sneak in like the ninja he is.
Oh, map jokes.
Okay.
With no sound, he still gets in.
Yeah, I don't know. He's telepathic. I know it's coming.
But thank you to all the guests and another Thursday night showdown. Chris is a biter from Basement Beer. So
so I get it. He says map jokes. Since you have the map behind you, drunken one. I get it now.
Yeah,
I get it now. Yeah, that's a clever Canadian.
And the yellow bus has left the station. But thanks again, everybody. So Average Joe, Drunken One, Eric and Lions Fan, Craig from Kent's Beer Reviews, Paul from PA Brew News, and of course Todd Wren. And of course Todd and Joe are only two without a channel, but we're working on it.
We have a duo channel coming, and it's gonna be
we are the cool kids.
We are gonna have a beer TV channel that reviews nothing but American pale wheat ales or rye beers.
See, I think Todd and Joe should do a channel reviewing the other reviews that people actually do. I think that'd be pretty hilarious.
No, we can do that. Let's do that.
We should review the reviewers.
We're just going to review all of Ron's reviews.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll just...
It'd be like
Point me out, y'all. I'm not gonna know what hit you.
We'll just do
Mystery
all
Science Theater for craft beer.
Yeah, we'll review all your reviews and just constantly chide the fact that you pay less than $5 for every single beer you buy. That's what we're gonna do.
Which reminds me, beer running less tomorrow. Maybe I'll upload a video. We'll see.
I'm gonna have to downvote it preemptively before watching it.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, right?
Damn it.
That all being said, cheers, and we'll catch you guys next week unless something happens this weekend and we're back on here again.
You don't want that
Cheers.
ever.